watching AISD Live, Abilene ISD's exclusive home for streaming live games and events. For more live events featuring your favorite AISD students and teams, stay tuned to AISDlive.org, follow us on the AISD Live Facebook page, or subscribe to our Abilene ISD YouTube channel. Visit the AISD Live website for sponsorship opportunity information. Enjoy the game.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bi-District Football here in November. It's a nice, brisk 85 degrees as we get ready to go from Shotwell Stadium tonight. I'm Jimmy Pogue along with Rick Kaysen here in just a moment. So Cooper Cougars, second place in 2-5A with a record of 6-4, 4-2 in district, taking on El Paso Chapin, 7-3, 7-1. And you're like, but they're the third place team. That's the unluck of a coin flip to get to come to Abilene after being in El Paso the last 3 years and 4 of the last 7, I guess. It's time to have a home playoff game, Rick.
First home playoff game since 2000. So yeah, it's great to be home instead of on the road to El Paso for this one. Chapin, as you mentioned, the third place team, but they were in a three-way tie with El Paso, Andress, and Del Valle. That went to positive points. Chapin was the low man out, so they got to come out here to Abilene to take on the Cougars. So don't think they're a third-place team coming in here that's going to roll over and you're going to walk away with it. They're a good football team. They put up a lot of points. They've got a dynamic playmaker in Davian Singleton. And they're a very good team. They play a lot of their skill kids both ways. I think for the Cougars, you try and wear that down.
We talked about Del Valle. They lost last night in their bi-district round at home to the Lubbock Cooper Pirates. LCP starting to put it together a little bit after the pounding they took from us back in the second week of the district schedule.
Yeah, they took a beating from the Cougars, 66-16, and since that time they've rebounded. They managed to run through Wichita Falls Memorial. They beat Wiley, lost to Plainview. They lost to Aladuro, lost to Cougars. Then they won 3. They beat Legacy, Memorial, and Wiley.
Well, they did what Cooper did last year. They lost their first 3 district matchups, and then with their backs against the wall, having to win 3 to keep your playoff streak alive, they won 3. But then and they win last night, and I think it's a pretty dangerous Lubbock Cooper team. Everybody's talking about, when you start looking at the state playoffs, everybody's talking about who is dangerous, who isn't. I think Paladuro up in this region is going to be a team to be reckoned with. If Cooper rebounds from the loss last week and comes back and plays the way they played against Memorial, the way they played against Plainview, the way they played against Lubbock Cooper, I think the Cougars can be a force to be reckoned with as well.
Yeah, if they play tonight the way they played 8 games this season, they win this game, and you're right, they're a force in this region. If they play like they did against Wiley or like they did against Paladuro, then this is going to be a short playoff run.
Winner of this one gets the winner of Argyle and Lucas Lovejoy, and that ball game would be next week. And Cougars have never played either of those schools, so it'd be an interesting matchup. It would be an interesting schematic matchup because Cooper does not do what Argyle or Lovejoy does.
That is true. They both like to throw the ball all over the field. Lovejoy coached by former South Lake Carroll coach Todd Dodge, so they have played one of the coaches, just not either of the teams. So Lovejoy goes in tonight 6-4, Argyle 9-1. So that'll be a battle in Argyle. Look for the Eagles to win that one as the favorite, but who knows?
This game tonight looks really interesting to me because, we were talking about you getting the early start. You're kicking off at 6 o'clock. This game really could be over by 7 because these two teams both love to run the football.
Yeah, they like to run the ball. Cooper runs it. They've run for nearly 2,000 yards this year. Chapin, they run the ball 70% of the time. That is predicated on Davion Singleton and his ability to run the ball. There are a lot of quarterback runs. There are a lot of broken protections, and he takes off running. He is the guy you've got to slow down to beat Chapin.
Well, speaking of Davion Singleton, he's accounted for 2,500 of their yards from scrimmage this year, it's about 64%. Actually, West, if you're listening, I'm doing math.
Math is math.
He has accounted for about 64% of their offense this year. You can look at Jaden Carrillo in kind of that same vein, except the X factor in this ball game to me is Peyton Ewing.
Yeah, I think Peyton Ewing is apt to have a huge ball game tonight. Watching film on Chapin, I just get the feeling that Peyton Ewing is going to feast on this Husky defense.
Well, and I think that these two teams are ready to go at each other. It was interesting to be at school today. Kids are excited to have their first playoff game at home, and since 2020, as you talked about. And then, you sit there and you're going, it's a team. They had a bad taste in their mouth last year. Dyson Davis, bad taste in his mouth to go in and lose last year to Del Valle. And for this senior class, and there's quite a few of them. I mean, you look at both Israel and Isaac Masuema, you look at Dyson Davis, you look at Cannon Adams, you look at Chris Asir, you look at Kamari Titus, at Jacob Bynum on the defensive side, Carrillo, Kenny Batabo, Caden Bryan, Jaden Flores, Marcus Andrade. You look at them, and Peyton Ewing on the offensive side of the ball, Max Caspel as well. You look at those guys, they don't want it to end tonight. That would be the nightmare scenario for them.
Oh, absolutely. You want to continue to play. They've now been in the playoffs 19 straight years. They've got that record, but they're used to seeing Cooper go 2, 3, 4 rounds deep. And that's what they want to do again with this team.
Cougars 19-1 all time in the bite against teams from El Paso in the playoffs. 22-18 in this playoff run in the playoffs. And you sit there and you're figuring that one, and you're going, most teams do not have a winning record for a playoff runs unless you are like a South Lake Carroll, a Duncanville, somebody like that wins state. More often than not, and what you see this year with the Cougars, 22 up to only 18 down, that's 40 playoff games in the last 19 years.
Wow. Yeah, and that's how you build the program. That's when your underclassmen get more weeks to practice to grow for next year. That's where the teams are built, is in the playoffs. You talked about Cooper and their success against El Paso. They've outscored El Paso in their games by a score of 926 to 449, or to put it in score numbers, 46.3 to 22.5.
Yeah. And you talked about getting ready and building that legacy. If you look down south end up by the dressing room, you see a bunch of guys out there suited up in blue. Those are the JV guys. Yeah. Those are the guys. They're the next man up. It is good for them to be able to see. And people say, I think this is a myth. I do not. If you see the speed of the game from the sideline, you pick up a lot, because it is so much faster than the game you're used to playing on Thursday nights.
Yeah, it's totally different down on the field than what you set up here in the stands or even up here in the press box and see. It's a different speed, and they've got to play at that speed next year, so it's a great opportunity for them to be on the sidelines for this.
Well, and we also have a couple of players you were talking about that got pulled up.
Yeah, we've got number 32 is Larry Dockery.
Yeah.
We were able to get his number. There's some others I didn't get their numbers, to get their names. I know there's a number 41 that is suited up, and there's 2 or 3 linemen that have been called up. So we will try and get that information.
Larry Dockery is going to be a player. Yeah. He is the son of the athletic director at McMurray, and everybody. He's a move-in, and they say he can go. He can flat out play. So that'll be fun to see him as he starts to come into his own.
Yeah, it will be great to see him grow into that. I'm excited about this home playoff game.
Yeah.
We've made the long trip, and it's a hard trip.
It is a hard
trip. To go to
trip.
El Paso. Chapin has made that trip here. It's a hard trip. How will they come out of the gate playing? And that's going to be interesting to see.
Well, and you talk about how will they come out of the gate. One of the big numbers that you have to look at is how Cooper has just exploded over teams early in and really you can take it into the first half, but they have outscored their opponents in every single quarter this year. They're averaging 42.3 points per game. They're giving up 29. The best quarter for the Cougars, the second, they're outscoring their opponents 150-91 on the season.
Yeah, that's amazing to see that kind of explosion. First quarter, they're outscoring them 79-58, so that outscoring them by 21. Third quarter, 112-80, and then the fourth quarter, 82-61. So, yeah, it's great to see the Cougars come out and get going early, get the lead going into halftime.
I think a lot of that has to do with the fact of how well the Cougars have been able to run the football this year. They have kind of this three-pronged attack. They're led by Peyton Ewing, but right behind him is Jaden Carrillo. And then Markel Sims has been good. Taden Bender had a nice game last week.
Yeah, he did.
Cause.
Yeah, he did have a good game last week. He's got 253 yards on the season on 47 carries. You look at what these guys are averaging per carry. You've got Ewing averaging 8.1 yards a carry, Carrillo 6.2, Markel Sims 8.7, Taden Bender 5.4. This offense is moving the ball on the ground.
The number that's impressive to me is Ewing's 8.2 per carry, and he has carried the load for the year. I mean, it's one thing if a Markel Sims, if a Taden Bender have big gaudy numbers right there, but they don't have as many attempts. So all it takes is, a couple of breaks. Ewing makes his own breaks, and we talked about, you've heard us say all year long, he puts his foot in the ground and goes quicker and better than most, and you're just really kind of astonished when you see him.
Yeah, I mean, when he turns the corner, there's nobody catching him. And just that breakaway speed and the toughness. I mean, how many times have we seen this year go out with his shoulder out of socket, gets it popped back in, and he's right back into the ballgame.
Yeah, and I'm interested to watch this one tonight for this purpose. Can Jaden Carrillo step through his game last week? He was disappointed. In fact, we saw him after the game, and it was difficult to talk to him because he was so been out of shape over his performance, but he has carried the load all year long, and we talked to Coach Roan about is he able to kind of step past that. It was funny because Coach Roan was like, well, he better.
Yeah, he better get it ready because you got to do it quick. And that's the thing, you've got to have a short memory. He had a rough game last week. He knows that. Nobody needs to tell him. But he's got to turn loose of that, go to the next page, and do just like he did after the Wyoming game, come out and lead the Cougars. That point it was 66-16 victory over Lubbock Cooper.
Yeah.
So come out tonight and have that kind of performance.
Well, we have seen every game that these Cougars have played during the course of this season, and like I said, it's been more ups than downs.
Yes.
But the thing is that this team, different from last year's team, they don't get too terribly down. Yeah. We've seen them give up some big plays. We've seen some things go against them, but they have not folded up when that has happened.
Yeah, there's no panic on the sideline, no infighting. Just, okay, let's go make a play and correct what just happened, and let's go win this ballgame.
Well, 16 minutes until we kick this thing off. We've got some statistics. We've got starting lineups. We've got a look at the playoff bracket. We'll do all that when we come back after this right here on AISD Live.
Looking for a hands-on career path with high demand and great pay? The welding program at The Lift gives students real-world skills that lead to real opportunities. Whether it's gates or flatbeds, handrails or heavy equipment, if it's metal, you can weld it too. With great instruction, you can master all 4 major welding processes. So get ready to build a career with endless possibilities and join the welding program at The Lift. It isn't just a trade, it's your future.
Hey Abilene ISD community, want to catch all the action from Abilene High and Cooper High School games? It's easy. In addition to Facebook and Vimeo, we're now on YouTube. Just head on over to our YouTube channel by searching Abilene ISD and click subscribe so you never miss a live stream. Whether you're cheering from home or on the go, we're bringing the game to you. So join our online cheering section and stay connected with every play. Hit subscribe and get ready to show your school spirit today.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Are you ready to step into the future of technology? Welcome to Abilene ISD's Cybersecurity. At Abilene ISD, we're training the next generation of cybersecurity experts, teaching them how to protect crucial data and secure networks, helping them unlock hands-on skills that will empower them for a career that matters. Together, we're safeguarding today for a safer tomorrow. Join cybersecurity class at Abilene ISD, where your journey as a digital defender begins.
Jimmy Poke, Rick Kaysen back here at Shotwell Stadium. It's cooling off. It's still 81, but it's starting to cool off a little bit, Rick, here in this November night. But let's talk about a couple of things that around the state of Texas that we should expect to see tonight. One, this is this district and then the 5A Division I and the 6A, these are the biggest travel games. Because you're going to, and I don't even know, I don't think this is the long one. I think Wichita Falls Memorial going to El Paso is by far the longest. That's going to be close to 550 to get there. But, I don't think that everybody understands really what the playoff atmosphere is. We've been on that other side before where we have been the travelers, and it takes a lot out of you to get to a ball game. You're kind of done for your weekend because you're here on a Friday night. But, Cooper, if you're listening to us right now and you're like, should we go, come out here?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a live playoff game here at Shotwell Stadium, and the crowd, we could use your help, to be perfectly honest with you tonight.
Absolutely. You talk about the trips out, like when we went to El Paso. You went out there, and then you've got the long trip home, which really puts you at a disadvantage
for the next week.
Yeah. I mean, so it's tough. UIL really needs to look at that. Having to travel 444 miles for a game, that's just not right.
Well, and I think, I'm not trying to put words in the mouth of the UIL, but I think their thought is, why would you want to take a home game away from a team that earned a right to play at home? That's what you've made it for everybody else, so why would you want a neutral site that game? And honestly, if you look at West Texas, it's been a minute. It's been 2009 since Abilene High won a state championship. That's 16 years ago. So they think that the true competition is going to come, in the big cities, in DFW, from Houston, from San Antonio. I get that, but it is a bit of a disadvantage. I almost wish that what I think they could do is say, let's play the El Paso, the one 5A, 1 6A, against 2 5A, 2 6A. Let's play that on Thursday, knowing that round 2 is a Saturday game.
Yeah.
I think that would be, if they would put that in the rule, I think that would make perfect sense.
Yes.
But, for a lot of them, it is to play, like here, we've been to El Paso the last few years. If El Paso here tonight, if you went tonight, like you said, tomorrow's done. Sunday you typically don't work out, so you're Monday on a short week getting ready for a Friday. It is a competitive disadvantage.
And that's why you see, like Lubbock Cooper, you saw us last year and the last 2 years playing on a Thursday, because to give you a little bit of that cushion. Wichita Falls Memorial playing tonight out there, so they're looking at that bounce back and how hard that's going to be.
I wonder if Memorial flew. I mean, that's the only thing that can actually kind of neutralize that thought.
They might.
So, and the other part of the competitive imbalance is for the El Paso districts, I got to hand it to Abilene ISD. We have traveled the band for years. They have gone to El Paso. That helps. It's doubly hard for El Paso tonight. You have a smattering of fans. Honestly, you probably don't have 50, and you're sitting here trying to play a game, and you really have no one really rooting for you. I really hope the band comes through tonight and they're really loud, because, like I said, Abilene could have done better to get people here tonight to root on the Cougs. But, you got to hope that there's some noise made in this place.
Okay, Jimmy, Chapin has walked out of the locker room. They're on the sideline ready for the ball game. They've just now got their inflatable Husky run-through inflated, and there's nobody to run through it.
Well, maybe they take a lap and come around. So a couple other interesting games tonight around the state of Texas. Go ahead.
I think the Lovejoy-Argyle is an interesting game. Yes, Argyle should win that one, but you've got Todd Dodge at Lovejoy. He knows big games.
Yeah.
He can prepare his team for that. You've got looking at just like 5A Division II, Mansfield, Timberview, and Anna. That should be a great ball game.
That should be a huge ball game.
Yeah, Seth Parr at Anna and Mansfield, Timberview. And you've got Melissa and Colleyville Heritage.
Yep.
Another big game there.
I don't think Colleyville Heritage can hang with them.
I don't either. I agree with you on that. South Oak Cliff won last night. You've got, let's see who else. Marshall taking on Huntsville down in the bottom half of the bracket. Midlothian Heritage against Dallas Hillcrest. Let's see what else we've got up here.
You know, a game that 30 years ago, everybody would just be salivating over in 6A, Duncanville Temple.
Yeah.
I think Duncanville's a 25-point favorite or something tonight, but a few years ago, everybody gone, whoa.
Yeah, two of the storied programs in the state, and Duncanville of late has just been spectacular.
Highland Park, Lake Belton tonight. Talk about your contrast in styles.
Yeah.
That ought to be interesting to see that. Randy Allen against Brian Cope. We'll see how teacher and the student almost going to come out in that. So
Randy Allen just keeps going.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the best time of year. There's something also about that winter go home that you're just kind of like, whoa, this ought to be interesting to watch. We're going to take one more time out. We'll be back to set the starting lineups and have our national anthem out after this right here on AISD Live.
We're about 7.5 minutes away from kickoff. We'll have playing the national anthem.
The Big Country Athletic Hall of Fame is a nonprofit organization dedicated to the preservation of sports history, highlighting the spectacular achievements of the greatest athletes with ties to the Big Country. Come by and celebrate as we salute and honor the lives of those that gave us great joy as they inspired others and promoted the human spirit. The Big Country Athletic Hall of Fame is located in the Mall of Abilene and admission is free.
Hey Abilene students, do you want to spark up your future? The Lift Electrical Department connects classroom learning with real-life electrical work. Learn to wire, troubleshoot, and to power up the world. From basic circuits to advanced electrical systems, you are prepared for high-demand careers, certifications, and real-world experience all here at the Lift. Not sure about college? The Lift Electrical program equips you with the necessary skills to jump straight into a career after high school. Light up your future today and join the Lift Electrical Technologies program.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Here at Shotwell Stadium, Jimmy Pogue, Rick Kaysen getting ready for the start of this. We are 5:44 away from the kickoff tonight, and it's time to meet starting lineups. First for the Huskies on offense, here's Rick.
All right, let's take a look at the line first. Their center is number 73, Jorge Martinez. He's 5'9", 215 pounds, and a senior. Cougars could expose that a little bit. Left guard is number 53, Andre Davia. He's 6'3", 265, and a sophomore. The right guard is number 75, Luis Chacon, 5'10", 265, and a junior. Left tackle is number 50, Damian Perez, 5'11", 245, and a senior. And the right tackle, number 54, Adriel Cuella, 6'2", 275 pounds, and a senior. Starting quarterback for the Huskies, number 0, Davion Singleton, 5'10", 175 pounds, and a senior. He's a UTEP commit. Running backs, number 9, Carlos Garcia, 5'6", 155 pounds, and a senior. And number 4, Josh Martell, 5'10", 180 pounds, and a senior. He started the season as their starting quarterback. The receiving core, number 2, Corwin Martin, 5'10", 170 pounds, and a junior. Number 7, Leif Dewitt, 6'1", 175 pounds, and a junior. Number 15, Max Sanchez, he's 5'9", 170 pounds, and a junior. And number 17, Landon Payton, 5'10", 140 pounds, and a senior.
All right, for the Cougars on defense, this is the way they'll look. On the nose, Israel Masawema, number 90, 230 and a senior. The ends, Isaac Masawema, number 16, 180 and a senior. And then Dyson Davis, 21, 245 and a senior. I watched Dyson hug it with Davion Singleton. They're both UTEP signees. Dyson has a fumble recovery on the season. The drop in for the Cougs, Jamarian Dunson, dot, 180 and a junior, wears number 4. Linebacking core on the strong side, Lafayette Bati, number 22, 175 and a sophomore. Bo Byrne mans the middle, number 44, 200-pound junior. Cannon Adams on the weak side, number 40, 190 and a senior. The corners, Demarion Murray is number 8, man goes 160 and a junior. Chris Sears, number 12, 165 and a senior. Also see a lot of A.J. Rico, number 10, 165 and a junior. And the safeties, Kamari Titus, number 1, 160 and a senior. Jacob Bynum is number 5, 175 and a senior. Chapin won the toss. They have elected to defer to the second half, so the Cougs will have the football to start us off here tonight. And here with that Chapin defense, again, here's Rick.
Right on the nose, number 90, Mark Rudolph, 6'3", 275 pounds, and a senior. Defensive ends, number 33, Enoch Barrios, 5'9", 200 pounds, and a junior. And number 6, Dallas Tucker, 6 foot, 185 pounds, and a junior. Outside linebackers, number 8, Fabian Garcia, 5'10", 150 pounds, and a senior. And number 16, Antonio Enriquez, 6'1", 185 pounds, and a junior. The middle linebackers, number 10, Joel Delgado, 5'10", 190 pounds, and a junior. On the corners, number 2, Corwin Martin, 5'10", 170 pounds, and a junior. And number 7, Leaf Dewitt, a 6'1", 175 pound junior. The safeties, number 17, Landon Payton, 5'10", 140 pounds, and a senior. Number 12, Devin Harris, 5'10", 160 pounds, and a senior. And number 5, Jumbe Foster, 5'9", 150 pounds, and a senior.
Here's the Cooper starting lineup, making their 19th consecutive playoff appearance. Smiley Martinez, number 78, the center, 260 and a junior. The guards, Caden Bryan, 75, Big K, 320 and a senior. And on the right side, Jaden Flores is 62, 270 and a senior. The tackles to the left side, Isaiah Kanya-Batabo is 64, 250 and a senior. Marcus Andrade on the right side, 68, 260 and a senior. Quarterback, well, the returning starters, well, they're all returning starters now because we've had this whole season, but Caden Bryan, Jaden Flores, and Marcus Andrade all started last year. Jaden Carrillo is your quarterback, number 3, 170 and a senior. Peyton Ewing will get the start in the backfield with him tonight, number 25, 185 and a senior. The receiving core, Zaylon Johnson is number 2, he's a sophomore. Taden Bender's number 9, he also is a sophomore. Jace Johnson is number 11, he is a junior. And Maddox Caspell is number 13, a senior. We'll also see Tavius Collier a lot tonight, and Matthew Balvantine along with Donnie Wilkerson. So Cougars keep coming at you in waves here tonight, and you got to hope that, like you said, I liked your statement earlier, a lot of these guys play both ways for Chapin. You got to hope that the Cougars keep coming at them and keep coming at them.
Yeah, I look for the Cougars to run the ball tonight. For 8 of 10 games, they've rushed for more than 200 yards a game. In 5 of those 8, they've rushed for over 300. So look for them to try and run the ball tonight, and I think Peyton Ewing's going to have a huge ball game.
Get ready for the national anthem. We'll take it alongside. So we go down on the field. We will be able to hear the awesome Cooper Band, and we will be ready then for the start here on AISD Live.
We ask that, if able, you please stand and direct your attention to midfield for the presentation of colors by the Cooper High School 794th Junior ROTC Color Guard. Remain standing for the national anthem. The Color Guard is under the command of Cadet Colonel Jennifer Esparza Aguilera. Texas flag bearer is Cadet Major Alondra Nunez Rosales. The guards are Cadet Airman Jenny Neal and Cadet Captain Natalia Savelas. Cooper High School Junior ROTC is under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Chad Couch and Chief Master Sergeant Nicola Green. Ladies and gentlemen, please observe a moment of silence, giving you the opportunity to pause and reflect on the safety of all players, spirit squads, and officials for tonight's game. We also ask you to be mindful of members of our Cougar family who made the ultimate sacrifice in the service of our country as members of the armed forces or as first responders. We are honoring their sacrifice by dedicating a section of the bleachers to their memories. They are gone, but not forgotten. And now, to honor America, our national anthem, performed by the awesome Cougar Band.
All right, we're ready to go here from Shotwell Stadium. Jimmy Pogue along with Rick Kaysen. Rick, what do the Cougs need to do to win this ball game tonight?
I think offensively you run the ball. You've got to have long, time-draining drives. Defensively, you've got to keep Davion Singleton in the backfield. Don't let him out the back door because that's when he can really hurt you. There will be a lot of just plain quarterback runs. Make the tackle, but if he stops and turns it back the other way, you've got to be there to stop him. I think that's huge tonight.
Well, we get ready to go. It is the Huskies of El Paso Chapin. It looks like North Carolina when they wear the white. They're wearing a white uniforms, the baby blue pants, the blue numbers. Cooper in there, all blues tonight. I like the look.
Yeah. Johnny Reyes will kick off for the Huskies. They've got two kickers they'll use quite a bit.
And the Cougars are going to send Zaylen Johnson and Tavius Collier deep to receive the opening kickoff. Playoff football doesn't get any better than this. Cooper, these players on the team have never been alive when Cooper has not been in the playoffs. So it is a rite of passage / legacy for these guys that are playing the ball game tonight. Time to protect the well, everybody. We're glad you're with us. Sit back and enjoy it here on AISD Live, and we are underway. Is a high pooch kick. It's coming down to Balventine at the 21-yard line. Matthew Balventine gets to the 30, a 9-yard return, and that's where the Cougars will start, 1st and 10. So a nice safe return, safe kickoff. Balventine got it to the 30, where he was stopped by Jewel Delgado, number 10.
Jewel Delgado will be all over the field. He's a linebacker that does a lot for the Husky defense.
Peyton Ewing will start in the backfield along with Taden Bender. They'll both be on either side of Jaden Carrillo to start it off. Zaylen Johnson, you can spot him all night in the green shoes. Will go out wide to the left side on 1st down. Bender escapes the backfield. Carrillo keeps, and Jaden gets to the 33-yard line. First play for scrimmage, gets a gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
I think attacking the edges of the Husky defense is where you're going to have success.
It was Delgado with the tackle, Rick. As you said, Jewel Delgado will be everywhere here tonight. 2nd down, 7. Initial first downs are important as well. You want to take a team that's traveled 450 miles. You want to take them out of it as quickly as you can. 2nd down, 7. Snap comes back. Carrillo's going to throw on 2nd down. He's got a man wide open. Zaylen Johnson has the catch, the 48-yard line.
Oh, they're calling it incomplete.
Oh, Zaylen had the catch and a football move. And then the backside official called it incomplete.
Wow.
Oh, my. The referee even is pointing down the field.
So what are they going to do? They're talking about this one.
They have to. He made a catch and a football move. Then his helmet got knocked off. When he went to the ground, the ball came out.
Second down.
Wow.
They're going to call it incomplete.
That's going to take the ball back to the 33-yard line and bring up 3rd and 7.
Zaylen Johnson had gotten wide open. I think that's a bad call from the back judge.
Ooh.
Officiating crew out of Fort Worth tonight.
3rd down and 7 for the Cougars. Now you got to pick up the first down. Collier goes in the left slot. Jace Johnson is wide to the right, ball in the right hash. Snap comes back. Carrillo rolling left. Now he's under a lot of pressure. Jaden Carrillo trying to escape. One man he does. He's got a running lane if he can get outside. And he steps out of bounds at the 34. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Gain of 1.
Run out of bounds by number 8, Garcia.
He forced to punt. A.J. Rico will come in to punt.
Cougars hold on to the ball for 1 minute. They go 3 and out.
Dropping deep will be Devin Harris, number 12 for the Huskies.
Harris stands back at his own 30. Now remember, we've seen A.J. Rico run 4 times out of punt formation. Snap is back. He's not going to this time. It's a good kick. Gets it to turn over. Harris fields it at the 29. Has a running lane. 40 to the 44-yard line. And that's where Chapin will start. 10:50 to play in the first quarter of a scoreless ball game. And we will see El Paso Chapin with their attack. 45-yard line of Chapin, the line of scrimmage. And our first look at Davian Singleton. Singleton, 175 pounds, has thrown for 1,009 and has run for 1,500. On first down, he hands it off. Carlos Garcia, big running room, 40, 35 of the Cougs. He's down to the 34-yard line. So it's a gain of 21 on first down for Carlos Garcia.
Game starting the way the Huskies want.
Garcia, first down. Huskies at the Cougar 34.
Huskies will go to a hurry-up.
Tackle made by number 5, Bynum.
Jacob Bynum saved a touchdown right there by stepping up and making a tackle. Singleton brings Corwin Martin into motion. Now then Dyson Davis chasing Singleton. Singleton gets rid of the ball. He's got a man pass caught at the 15. There's a flag down. Dyson Davis might be called. We have to wait and see what the penalty is going to be. Well, Chapin is walking back. It could be a hold.
That would be nice.
Referee is not walking back, though. That's the sad thing.
They're walking the wrong way now.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a roughing the passer. Yep. I'll take the ball to 7.
Distance to the end of the run. First down.
Penalty. We'll move the ball
for the 9.
9-yard line. It'll be first and goal.
At half the distance, half of 15 is 9.
Catch earlier by number 7, Lee Hewitt.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line for Chapin, 10:33. They're trying to get on the board first.
2 plays. They've moved inside the 10-yard line.
Snap is back. Handoff trying to get to the edge is Josh Martell.
Carlos Garcia.
Well, he said Garcia. I thought it was 4. That is a 4.
Okay.
No, that is 9. That's Garcia. Okay. Garcia got to the 6. So second and goal from the 6-yard line. Garcia stays in the backfield here with Singleton. Starts a man in motion. That's Sanchez. Singleton's going to keep. He cuts back inside the 5, gets a carry from his own lineman. Gets down to the 1-yard line. He's going to bring up third and goal.
Get to the 1-yard line.
Talk about needing to get off to a fast start. Cougars have not done that thus far.
A good pull there by Luis Chacon. Dragging his man down to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal. Under center, Singleton going straight ahead. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. Davian Singleton from a yard out has given Chapin the early 6-0 lead.
Touchdown, Davian Singleton.
I see for the point after, this is
Eli Martinez.
Eli Martinez, number 30. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:15 to play in the first quarter. Chapin strikes first. They lead 7-0 here on AISD Live.
Are you looking to build a solid future in AISD? The construction program at the Lift is a perfect place to start. You'll develop practical skills working with top-of-the-line equipment and learn the techniques employers are looking for. Plus, with expert instructors guiding you, you'll be ready to jump into the workforce or continue your education in construction. We are building foundations today for the students that shape tomorrow. Join the construction program at the Lift in AISD.
El Paso Chapin goes 5 plays, 55 yards in 1:35. Davian Singleton with a 1-yard run. Eli Martinez adds the point after to make it 7-0.
Johnny Reyes on for his second kickoff. Zaylon Johnson and Tavius Collier deep for the Cougars.
Okay, Cooper's going to have to do what they've done all year long. They're going to have to shake off what just happened and get right back into this. Kick again, high and short. Comes down the 25-yard line and out to the 32. Matthew Balvantine with the return. So first down for the Cougs at the 32-yard line. The referee tonight's Jimmy Carter. Umpires Mark Johnson. The line judge Anthony Armour. Head linesman Quincy Johnson. Field judge Peter Vaccaro. Back judges Barry Carter and the side judge Reese Tarver.
Peyton Ewing in the backfield with Jaden Carrillo.
1st and 10 Cougars, 32-yard line. They scrimmage at 9:12 to play in the first quarter from the left hash. Snap is back. The handoff, Ewing. Ewing, nothing doing. Boy, Chapin really playing the run well. Ewing gets a yard. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 9.
The settling down part of a ball game is not really what people watching at home or listening at home think. I mean, a first down would do a lot to settle this game down.
Well, the pass to Zaylon Johnson a while ago, if that first down, that settles the Cougars down at the outset.
Carrillo tucks the ball under, throws, is incomplete. Now then it's 3rd and 9.
He intended that for Jace Johnson, but Jace ran into one of the defenders and couldn't get through.
Here's the Hendrick touchdown.
3rd and 9. Cougars 0 for 1 on 3rd down.
You just have to find something that works here.
Yeah. They're packing the line of scrimmage.
3rd down 9. Cooper moving from my left to my right. Yeah, they've got all 11 men within about 6 yards. Carrillo's got a running room, 35, 40, 45, first down. Jaden Carrillo gets the ball out to the 47-yard line. That's the play you needed. He had good pressure, but they opened up a lane right in the middle, and Carrillo takes advantage of that, picks up the first down on the gain of 14.
Yeah, Carrillo saw the hole open up, takes it straight ahead, and great play call. Really looked like a designed quarterback draw.
So first down, empty set in the backfield. Receivers on the right side are bunched up right there off the tackle. And now then Ewing starts in motion. Carrillo's going to keep. Jaden's into Chapin territory to the 48. So it's a quick gain of 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5.
At the 49-yard line. 48-yard line.
Good block by Tavius Collier.
Make it 2nd and 5 now for the Cougars. Create some misdirection with Ewing coming across the formation.
Yeah. Second down 5. 7:54 to play in the first quarter. Snap comes back. Carrillo stands in the pocket. Now he's being chased.
Face mask.
And he goes down back at the 47-yard line.
He was face masked.
Goes back to the original line of scrimmage.
We're going to mark him 48. Loss of 4.
So 3rd and 9.
Watch the replay here.
Yeah.
Face mask right there. 3rd and 9 now for the Cougars. That's where the offensive line has got to step up and give him time to throw.
Zaylen Johnson, Max Caspel go out wide to the left side. Tavius Collier, Jace Johnson come out wide to the right. They're showing press coverage on Jace. On 3rd down, snap is back. Again, the pressure, and you just got to dump that off. It's
Had the screen called to Ewing, and he didn't get it to him. Make it 4th and 9.
I don't think you go for it here. I think you see Carrillo actually probably
may punt it, yeah.
I don't think there's any way you're trying
Donnie
this.
Wilkerson comes in. Tavius Collier will go out. Trips to the left side. Yep.
Carrillo drops back. His is well. He punts. Snap is back. Kick is away. It's a line drive. Flat. Chase Johnson will pick it up. And the reason I say that is you cannot push the panic button that big that early. 6:56 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Chapin. They have the ball for the second time tonight.
Jen Carrillo's 27-yard punt.
Now, Scott Stewart had a minute to talk to his defense. You got to turn things around defensively here.
Okay, they bring in number 21, Fabian Ortiz, big fullback in the backfield now. He's 6'3", 205.
Snap comes to Singleton. He wants to run on 1st down, and he gets to the 27.
Yeah.
So a gain of 2 to bring up 2nd and 8.
He'll get 2 yards to the 27.
And they'll do a lot of that. Try and get Singleton into the open, because if he gets there, he's hard to catch.
Well, I started saying you got to remember that he is 64% of their offense.
Yes.
2nd down. Just a drop back. The throw's incomplete. That's what you and I noticed in warm-ups, Rick, was that Singleton on the easy outs was not connecting.
Yeah, I mean, he'll throw a perfect strike, and then he'll throw one that's 5 to 7 yards away from the receiver. 3rd and 8 now for the Huskies.
A 3 and out would be nice right here to get off the field this quickly.
They're 1 for 1 on 3rd down tonight.
Singleton still keeps Ortiz in the backfield with him. On 3rd down, takes the snap, rolls, throws, looking long. As a man out there, it's batted away, incomplete.
Demario Murray knocks that one away.
Man makes a pretty nice play out there in single coverage. And it brings up a 4th down, and I would think, here comes Chapin's punt unit. Yeah, man had to reach pretty high right there to knock that away.
Corwin Martin, the receiver, is their punter. Cougars send Tavius Collier deep. He'll be about the 41-yard line of the Cougars.
Martin stands back at the 15-yard line. Cougs don't think he's punting. They think he may be going for it, just the way that they're running coverage right here. Snap is a floater, and he is trying to run, and he's got running room. 30, 35, and he gets to the 37-yard line. Boy, that's gutsy, and it's a first down.
Yeah. Gain of 10 and the first down.
Well, Chapin showing that they are here to play here tonight, Rick.
Yeah, they're taking their shot. Cougars had overplayed their left side, the right side for the Huskies, so he ran to the left, picks up the first down. Carlos Garcia will be in the backfield with Singleton.
Garcia, number 9. Trips right side, single man to the left. Snap comes back. And with the football and nothing doing right there, thanks to Israel Masuema, is Davian Singleton. In fact, Singleton's going to lose. Well, they're going to say
right on the 37.
37. I thought Israel had him back at about the 35.
Got it too.
2nd and 10.
Like South Mayberry at Plainview, he held that fake for a long time.
Singleton takes the snap again. This time hands it off to Garcia. Oh, Garcia took a hit. He gets to the 38, a gain of a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and 9. But he got punished right there, right at the point of attack. You have to remember, Singleton has the ball in his hands 65% of the time. So a lot of those fakes, he's going to hang on to the ball.
Max Sanchez comes out. Fabian Ortiz comes in.
Boy, Cannon Adams put a lick on Garcia just then. 3rd down, 9.
Ortiz in for some protection.
Snap comes back to Singleton. Dances around. Singleton going to try to get to the edge. Does. Gets a first down to the 49-yard line. He just got outside of the contain. Cannon Adams giving chase, but he can't catch up, and it's a first down.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be aware when you're in there rushing him, because he went right through a bunch of guys and picks up the first down.
7-0. Chapin, and they have the ball right at midfield with 4:28 to play in the first quarter. Singleton steps off here. Takes the snap. He keeps again. He's got a lane. 40, 35, 30. Down to the 20, and he gets upended at about the 17-yard line. Tackles made by A.J. Rico on the play. He gets to the 16.
35-yard run for Singleton.
First down, Chapin. The 4-minute mark. They lead 7-0, and they're inside the red zone again.
16, 1st and 10.
Time for a turnover. Please.
Well, now then you have to sit there and say you got to hold them to a field goal attempt. From this, and I think we got a timeout. We do have a timeout called by Chapin. Rick, one of the numbers I was going to give you inside the red zone.
First timeout of the first half.
Cougars have been so effective this year. They've scored 83% of the time in the red zone. But they give up 74%. 17 of 23 times the team is there in the red zone, they've come away with a touchdown.
Wow. So with 3:36 left in the first quarter, Chapin uses their first timeout. They lead 7-0. Trying to build on that.
Yeah, Cougars have got to rally a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean they've got to wake up a little bit. Twice they've had them into a third down situation, 3rd and long. They let Singleton run for a first down. They let Corwin Martin pick up the first down on a 4th down run.
First and 10, 16-yard line. Davian Singleton directing traffic. He has trips to the right, one to the left. Snap is back. Quick pass on the outlet goes to Landon Payton. Payton gets to the 11. Gain of 5 for Peyton. That's his 13th catch of the year. He's second on the team in receptions.
2nd and 5. Huskies going quickly.
Singleton takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Gets to the 10. And it's going to bring up 3rd down. They need the 6. They need 4 yards for a first down. Cougars desperately needing a hold right here.
3rd and 4. Huskies 2 for 3 on 3rd down. Peyton goes out. Carlos Garcia comes in.
Corwin Martin also is joining him in the back. So 3rd down. Singleton takes the snap. He's going to try it himself. And he's really close to the first down. Israel Masawema has him. I think he's got him a half yard shy. I think he stopped him at the 7. They need the 6 for the first down.
4th and 1. They're bringing on the field goal unit. Johnny Reyes will come in.
Ball on the 7-yard line.
This will be 24, 25 yards.
David Singleton is the holder, so watch for that.
Snap is high. The kick is blocked. Cougs block the punt, and they will have the football on the touchback. Let's see who flew through to get the punt, or who got the field goal. I'm sorry. See the replay of it. I'm really surprised they went for a field goal. Here's the replay. Snap was high. I think it was man, Rick. I think it was 8 that got the block.
Right off the edge.
Wow, Cougs get a huge break there, and they get the ball at the 20-yard line. The 1:49 mark of the first quarter. Trailing 7-0. Cooper has the football.
At the 20-yard line, Cougars have a 1st and 10.
Snap comes to Carrillo on 1st down. He wants to throw long. He's looking for Jace Johnson out here, and it's incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10. So here's what surprises me. You run the fake punt, but you have 4th and less than a yard, and instead of going for it, you go for a field goal.
Yeah.
That didn't G-haul with me. Taden Bender is in the backfield now. Well, he's going to line up that H-back, so Ewing stays in there with Carrillo on 2nd down. Snap is back. Here comes Ewing trying to get outside, tries a stiff arm, can't do anything. He loses a yard to the 19, and again the Cougs facing 3rd and behind the sticks. Well,
on the 20.
Chapin has sold out to stopping the run. Cougs got a break there because you could see Ewing step out the 19. They mark him at the 20. 3rd and 10.
Cougars need something good to happen.
Yeah. They send Ewing in motion. Snap comes back. Carrillo stands in the pocket, looks, throws, has a man. It's dropped. Zaylen Johnson doesn't drop a lot. He dropped one at the 35 with a lot of running room.
And he's going to go to the house with that one if he catches that.
So now the Cougs will punt the football away for the 3rd time, and that drive was 16 seconds, Rick.
Wow. A.J. Rico will come in to punt. Devin Harris will go deep. He'll be about his own 45-yard line.
Yeah, they need Rico to get one off here.
Devin Harris.
Snap is low. Rico
thought about it.
Thought about running there for a second. Now he hits one that's going to bounce. Bounces inside the 40, inside the 35. A good punt. And it will roll dead at the 32-yard line. Minute 21 to play in the first quarter. Cougs trail 7-0.
48-yard punt for Rico. Onus goes on the Cougar defense once again.
First part of this game has not gone the way the Cougars wanted it to go.
No.
First and 10.
One thing about the block of the field goal, I noticed watching video, their snaps from center to their holder kind of float.
Yeah, they do. Here's Singleton on first down. Sends a man in motion. That's Sanchez. Takes the snap. He wants to run. Gets the 30, the 35-second level, 37. Right in front of us. They'll spot him to the 38. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Israel Masuema on the stop for the Cougs.
2nd down and 4 for the Huskies.
Lafayette Bati also was there.
Siglin's already got 9 carries for 64 yards.
Snap is back. Handoff. And, Josh Martell. Was that Martell?
Martell, yes.
How Martell got through the initial tackler.
It's 5.
The 43, that's a first down.
Huskies have 125 yards of offense here in the first quarter.
What do the Cougars have?
Cougars have 20.
First down. Singleton takes the snap, rolls right, sprinting right. Flag is down. 2 flags are down. Singleton is out of bounds. I think that the second flag that's at the 39 is a hold. I don't know what the first flag is. It's at the 42. Hopefully it's motion.
Yeah, definitely a hold back here at the 38.
On the offense, number 55. 10 yards. Remains first down.
They'll take the ball back to the 33-yard line.
Ball back to the 33-yard.
First and 20. You got to keep Chapin playing behind the sticks here.
Yeah, you've got your chance right here.
Should be the last play of the quarter unless it's incomplete or out of bounds. Snap comes back. And, Singleton is blown up right in the inside of the line.
Brian Harrell.
That'll stop him pretty
lose
cold.
a yard back to the 32. 2nd and 21.
That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter is in the books here in the Bi-District round of the playoffs. Chapin 7, Cooper nothing here on AISD Live.
This is our future.
This is our journey.
In AISD, CTE gives us a place to grow.
To explore.
To discover what's possible.
We're learning skills that matter.
Skills that open doors.
Skills that create careers. CTE is where passion meets purpose.
We don't just study.
We create.
We solve problems.
We prepare for what's next.
In AISD, CTE challenges us.
It supports us.
And inspires us.
The world is changing.
But so are we. We're ready to lead.
We're ready to serve. We're ready to make a difference.
This is our moment.
This is CTE in AISD.
Second quarter ready to start here at Shotwell Stadium. Jimmy Pogue, Rick Kaysen. 7-0 Huskies over the Cougars in the Bi-District round of the playoffs. Chapin has the football, 2nd and 20. Hand it off, and
Martell.
I believe so. I was trying to see the number as Jacob Bynum with the stop.
Yeah, Martell with the carry.
No, that's
4.
Okay.
It says 36, a gain of 4, but it's 3rd and 17 now for the Huskies.
3rd down, 17.
Dyson Davis, go meet your new teammate.
Yeah. Singleton takes the snap. Here comes Dyson, speaking of, but a running room again for Singleton. He's got another first down. Singleton just got around the rush, and then there was no one at the second level to make a play.
Well, they ran the receivers deep, so your secondary's all deep. Dyson rushed to the outside. He ran on the inside of Dyson and gets out to the 43-yard line.
First down, Chapin, the Cooper 43-yard line. Again, Peyton in motion. Singleton takes the snap, hands it off, not much, to the 40.
Carlos Garcia with the carry.
Carlos Garcia.
Gain of 3. It brings up 2nd and 7.
At the 41-yard line of the Cougars. Second down.
Singleton doesn't take long to decide he's going to take off with it.
Yeah. Singleton is a lot like Braden Henry.
Yeah, he is.
Second down. Singleton will keep. He gets to the outside again. He's got a first down again. He's inside the 30. And down, they're going to spot him at the 30. It's a gain of 10, a first down.
Singleton, 12 carries, 95 yards here in the first half. Garcia checks out. Martell checks in. I think he remembers Martell was their quarterback for the first 5 games of the season. Or 4 games of the season.
Singleton ready on first down from the Cougar 30. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, stands, looks, throws, and it's incomplete.
Second and 10 now for the Huskies.
Second down 10 followed the incompletion.
Pass intended for Leaf Dewitt. I keep wanting to say DeWitt. Leaf Dewitt.
Singleton ready on second down. Hands it off. A cut inside by Martell to the 24. Gain of 6. It brings up 3rd and 4.
Josh Martell, the ball carrier.
Caden Bryan comes in at nose guard. Israel Maswema checks out.
At the 24.
Brian Harrell also back in. So 3rd and 4. Snap comes back with the football spinning and trying to get inside the 20, getting inside the 20 and inside down to the 17-yard line of Singleton.
I thought he was down, and then he flew out of there. 5-4 yards.
Chapin. Ball carrier, Damian Singleton.
Chapin leading by 7. They're in the red zone again.
They are totally dominating this game. They've got 26 plays for 175 yards. Cougars 12 for 20.
1st and 10 at the 17. Handoff goes to Corwin Martin.
Josh Martin.
Josh Martell carried to 15.
Adams. Caden Bryan.
So he came to the 15, gain of 2, brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down 8.
Snap is back. Singleton looks and throws, and this is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
That's intended for Landon Payton.
What are Singleton's numbers in the air?
2 of 6 for 21 yards.
Let it throw.
Yep.
So 3rd down. Singleton. Man in the backfield with him again is Martell. Singleton takes the snap. He wants to run. He makes a little crease, has room inside the 5, reaches down for the 4. It's first and goal.
How does he get through there?
He's just turning sideways and getting a little crease and getting through the line.
At the 4-yard line.
Gain of 11.
First and goal.
Down to the 4. First and goal.
Number 5.
8:37 remaining in the quarter.
7-0, and Chapin threatening for more.
It's a 5.5-minute drive right here for Chapin. They try to take a 2-score lead.
Snap is back, handoff.
Martell gets down to the 1.
To the 1.
It's been a long drive, as you said.
Yes, about to run the 15th play of the drive.
And nothing doing right there. In fact, losing back to the 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal.
It was Singleton with the carry.
Yeah. He kind of, I don't know if he slipped or spun out. I don't know exactly what happened there.
He's trying to get it and go low, and I think his feet spun out from under him. 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal from the 1.
Singleton again in the backfield with him is Martell. Singleton wants to do it himself. He's going to lose yardage.
Lose back to the 3.
Singleton, the ball carrier.
They're going to send in the kicker.
Huge victory right here.
Yes.
This is about to be a 20-yard attempt.
It's Johnny Reyes again. Yes.
Yeah, this is Reyes.
20-yard field goal.
20-yard attempt. Snap is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Cougars should thank their lucky stars on this one. It's a 20-yard field goal to make the score 10-0. Chapin with 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. We'll be back with more after this on AISD Live.
This is our future.
This is our journey.
In AISD, CTE gives us a place to grow.
To explore.
To discover what's possible.
We're learning skills that matter.
Skills that open doors.
Skills that create careers. CTE is where passion meets purpose.
We don't just study.
We create.
We solve problems.
We prepare for what's next.
In AISD, CTE challenges us.
It supports us.
And inspires us.
The world is changing.
But so are we. We're ready to lead.
We're ready to serve. We're ready to make a difference.
This is our moment.
This is CTE and AISD.
Chapin goes 17 plays, 65 yards in 6:21. The field goal has made it 10-0. The kickoff is going to come down to Tavius Collier at the goal line. Collier across the 15 and the 20, and he gets out to 24-yard line. That's where the Cougars will start. The Cougars need a scoring drive.
Yeah, they need a drive with put some first downs together and get something going. They're going to mark him to 25. Change that.
75 yards away.
Cougars will start their own 25-yard line. First and 10.
Yeah, they need to put something together on offense here. Markel Sims in the backfield with Peyton Ewing.
Yeah, first time we've seen Markel tonight. First down, kind of a floater on the snap. Ewing gets the carry, gets to the 26, just a yard. But they are just flooding Peyton Ewing.
Well, they're packing the rocks. They're going man coverage on the receivers. I saw what Paladura did last week, and they're shutting down the Cougar running game. Cougars with 8 carries for 21 yards here in the first quarter and a half.
Zaylen Johnson comes out wide left side. Jace Johnson into the slot left. Again, the two runners in the backfield on second down.
9 men in the box.
You got 11 within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. Handoff again. Here comes Ewing. He's got a little crease. 35-40. Peyton Ewing, 45 to the 46. Biggest play of the night for the Cougs. A gain of 20 for Peyton Ewing.
45. Gain of 19. Cougars quickly back to the line.
45-yard line, tackle made by Enrique.
Snap comes back. Here comes Markel. Markel midfield, 45. Markel has 9, maybe 10. Let's see where they spot him.
46.
They're going to give him 9.
The gain is 9.
He's going tempo.
Yeah, second down, a yard. Carrillo is going to pass, throws. He's got a man. He's got Jace Johnson on a dart to the 31. Gain of 15 right there. Cougs have a first down. Now they're moving. I'd still go tempo, Rick, because Chapin is playing a lot of guys both ways.
Yeah, they're having trouble with the tempo here.
First down, Cougs at the 31-yard line. Again, 2 backs in the backfield behind Carrillo. Snap comes back. Carrillo keeps it. Throws, had a man, incomplete. He was looking for Zaylon Johnson.
Just a step out in front. 2nd and 10 now for the Cougars.
Second down. Stopped him momentarily.
Markel Sims and Tayton Bender come out. So does Zaylon Johnson.
Trips right side. Balventine to the left. That's to the boundary. Play clock down to 10 and 5:08 on the game clock. Snap is back. Carrillo, he wants to run. He has a crease, 25-20. Jaden Carrillo down close to the 15-yard line. They're going to say the 17. Gain of 14 for Jaden. It's a first down for the Cougs. The tempo is working at the moment, Rick.
Yeah, they're struggling with the tempo.
Balventine and Caspel and Collier all to the left. Chase is to the right. Ball's on the right hash. First down, Cougs, 17-yard line. 5 minutes, 1 second to play in the half. Cougars trailing 10-0, but they're on the move. First time tonight inside the red zone. Snap comes back. Carrillo looks, corner of the end zone, jump ball, pass. Caught! Easy! Jace Johnson with a catch in the end zone for the touchdown. Well, I didn't know if he came down with it at first, but what a catch. $17 yards.
Felipe Herrera comes on for the extra point. Maddox Caspel will have the hold.
Snap is down. Herrera's kick is up. And it is good. 4:56 to play in the half. Cougs are on the board. They trail 10-7 here on AIC Live. Cougars go 7 plays, 75 yards in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Jace Johnson, a 17-yard pass from Jaden Carrillo. Felipe Herrera's point after is made it 10-7. For Jace, it's his 5th touchdown of the year. For Jaden, his 18th passing touchdown.
Daniel Asamani to kick off for the Cougars. Deep will be Corwin Martin. And I can't tell who the other one is.
This is the Lawrence Hall Chevrolet kickoff. Number 37, Daniel Asamani. We
actually have 2 kickers here. Asamani hits this. Fair catch is called for. Ball bounces. Still loose at the 18. It's finally picked up by Corwin Martin, and Martin is going to be swarmed, and he is down all the way back at the 12-yard line. Good coverage by the Cougs.
Huskies will start at their 13-yard line.
Well, they ran that to perfection, Rick.
Yeah, they did.
Good job out there by Griffin Gazelle.
What a bounce that one took. Instead of going out of bounds, it just hugged the sidelines till Corwin Martin picked it up. Cougars need a 3-and-out here. Chapin gets the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, I started to say, you got to be real careful here because you don't want to give Chapin back-to-back possessions. Singleton on first down. Snap was low, and it's blown up in the backfield.
Martell with the ball.
No, that was Carlos Garcia with the ball.
Number 16,
Isaac Masuema, the one that blows the play up. All the way back to the 8. Loss of 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 15. Boy, Masuema did a nice job of just throwing him down.
Snap was low, and by the time Singleton rose up, he was hit.
Well, you got to have the defense feed off the offense here.
Yes.
The offense went down and scored. Now here's Singleton on second down. Singleton splits the defense. He's got his footing, 35-40. One man to beat, gets to midfield, gets into Cooper territory before A.J. Rico pulls him down.
Cooper 48. Gain of 44. Davion Singleton, 17 carries, 155 yards here in the first half.
Boy, he's good.
He is.
Singleton gets to the 48-yard line of Cooper, 3:57 in the first half. Cougars trailing 10-7. They thought they had Chapin balled up. Every time you think that, they escape. Singleton takes a snap on first down, wants to throw, has a man, Corwin Martin. Martin runs over a man, gets inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. 30. Oh, goodness. They're going to move him all the way to 32.
Johnson. 19. Leonard
10-7. Chapin with the lead, looking for more. Snap comes back. Singleton hands it off, and Bo Byrne is going to make a stop at the 29 on Josh Martell. Or no, I'm sorry.
Carlos
Garcia. That 9 and the 4 look exactly the same with that light number.
To the 29. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7 now for the Huskies.
3 minutes to play in the half. 10-7 Chapin. Here comes Singleton. Stops. He wants to pass. He's got running room. He's got the 20, the 15. He is just loose inside the 5. Touchdown. Davion Singleton has just rushed for his 12th touchdown of the year from 29 yards out.
Wow. The Huskies have 276 yards of offense here in the first half. Singleton has 184 of it.
Well, that's his 2nd touchdown of the night, so that's actually his 13th of the year.
Eli Martinez on for the extra point. Singleton will have the hold.
Snap is a floater again, but the kick is up and the kick is good. So now then Chapin goes back to the 10-point lead at 17-7 with 2:51 to play in the first half. We're going to keep it right here. Rick, you've got the drive for us.
Yeah, 5 plays, 87 yards in 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Cougars had momentum, and Davion Singleton just took it right away with 2 big runs.
Yeah, well, I was going to say what the Cougars have to do here. You've got 2:51. You've got all 3 of your timeouts and the 2-minute timeout. So what the Cougars have to do, they have to score on this drive.
Yes.
Because you haven't shown that you can stop Chapin yet, and they have the ball to start the second half. So the best case scenario is you make this a 3-point lead in the locker room.
Yeah. Jody Reyes to kick off. Tavius Collier and Chris Asir will go deep for the Cougars.
The Larcom Chevrolet kickoff. Deep, Chris Asir.
So Asir and Collier are deep. Kick is short. Fielded at the 23. I think it's Ibarra.
It is.
And Ibarra gets to the 28-yard line. So the Cougars will start. Nice job by Paulo Ibarra. Showed some good hands there.
Yeah.
So 2:45 to play in the half. Cougars trailing 17-7.
At the 28-yard
Rick, they're going to have to make adjustments at halftime, but they need to make this a 3-point ball game going into the locker room.
Yes, they do. You can't afford to come back out and fall down further.
Carrillo.
Bender and Ewing in the backfield.
Yeah, I was starting to say Tatum Bender is the second running back. Snap is back on first down. Carrillo drops the football. Now he's running for his life. He tries to get outside. Carrillo to the 32. Gets maybe 4.
Good job by Carrillo after he dropped the ball.
At the 32-yard line.
Didn't see anything quickly to throw to, so he got around the defense and gains 4 yards. Gets out to the 32.
Second down, 6. I still think tempo's your answer.
Yeah, I agree.
Chase Johnson, Tavius Collier to the left side for the Cougs. Snap comes back. Carrillo throws. He's got Chase Johnson, 45, 50. There's a flag down.
Get made by number 11, Chase Johnson.
The flag is disconcerting here, Rick. I think this is coming back. I think they're going to call a pick. Is what I think.
Collier limping off the field.
Pass interference on the offense, number 7, blocking downfield on a downfield pass, 15 yards, second down.
Well.
That'll move the ball back to the 17.
They called the pick right there on Collier.
Yeah. I didn't see the replay.
See how that takes the ball back to 19.
Penalty moves the ball back to the 19.
Well, the Cougars have had 2 really unfortunate penalties and a drop.
Yeah. Second and 19 now for the Cougars with 2:27 remaining in the half.
Carrillo sends Ewing in motion, takes the snap, stands in the pocket, rolls right, looks long, throws about as far as he can, and that one's incomplete.
Pass intended for Maddox Caspel, but he had stopped his route. He had Peyton Ewing down the sideline wide open and didn't see him. Ewing had wheeled out of the backfield.
Now, this is concerning, Rick. It's 3rd and 19. You still have, now then, I got to look at the Huskies side. They've got 2 timeouts and the 2-minute timeout. And they may have the ball with quite a bit of time and a shorter field.
Jared Clancy checks into the ball game.
Cougars have got to they got to pick up a first down here. Double tight end formation. Snap is back. Carrillo being chased again. Jaden somehow avoids one. Looks, throws. He just has to throw it away. Carrillo's asking, why didn't he get the roughing call? Fair question. And 4th down.
Now the Cougars will give the ball to the Huskies in good field position.
We'll take the timeout at the 2-minute timeout after the punt here.
A.J. Rico drop back to punt. It's 4th punt of the night for the Cougars. Devin Harris will set up in the Cougars into the field. Now he backs up to midfield.
Chapin is fast, Rick.
They are.
Snap back to Rico. It's his punt away, kind of off the side of his foot. Takes a bounce, and it is Chapin will have the ball in the Cougar end of the field. Minute 52 to play in the first half. It's the 2-minute timeout. 17-7 our score at the 2-minute timeout. We're going to say thank you to our student broadcast crew here tonight. Say thanks to Brooke Berry, to Gabriel Enriquez, Lily Frazier, Matthew Pelletier, Raven Rodriguez, Carrie Terrell, Desiree U. Blacker, Gage Unuzeta, and Elena Walker. Also our live student interns, Malia Hawkins, Caden Kelton, and Justice Torres. Minute 52 to play, and Rick, Chapin, you have to call it, you have to say it. Chapin's threatening to blow this open if they can score here and then have the ball to start the second half.
Cougar defense has to stand up strong here.
Yeah, the Cooper defense, who has given up 2 touchdowns, a field goal, and they have 1 blocked field goal. They do not have a stop tonight.
Yeah.
You have to have a stop here.
Chapin has run 15 more plays than the Cougars.
From the 46 of the Cougars.
Gained 177 more yards.
10 Huskies.
Singleton on first down. Hands it off, and Garcia had some running room.
Carlos Garcia.
Garcia gets to the Cooper 38.
Stop by number 4, Johnson.
Gain of 8 on the play.
Gain is 8. Second down,
2. Second and 2. Singleton takes the snap, wants to throw. Has a man pass caught. Max Sanchez has first down yardage.
30.
At the 30-yard line, first down, Huskies.
They're 30 yards away with a minute 22 to play in the half.
They're making this look way too easy.
Singleton wants to run and gets down to the 25.
All the defense for the Cougars. The 15.
They set the ball very quickly. Minute 11, clock running.
Singleton stops on a dime and makes his cut.
Singleton ready to pass this time. Takes a hit as he lets go of the ball. Pass is caught at the 15.
Corwin Martin with the catch.
Boy, he took a pretty good pop there. That's another 15.
We've got a Cougar down. It's like a cramp.
I think it's Bynum. It is Jacob Bynum. It does look like a cramp. I think the Cougars are a little stunned, Rick, at what the ease that Chapin has had moving up and down the field.
Yeah, I mean.
And we go back and say, remember, this is a team that tied for first in their district.
Yeah. Singleton is really good. And the Cougars are playing off the receivers, trying to be ready to go on the run, and the 2 completions here to Max Sanchez and Corwin Martin have been easy pitch and catch for Singleton.
Still trying to work the cramp out of Bynum.
Andrus leads Memorial 7-0 in the second quarter.
Everybody else is just now starting.
Yeah. 7:04.
I mean, it's just dark 30 outside.
Yes, it is.
It's 7 o'clock. Bynum being helped off the field.
1:01 left in the half.
Cougars have got to figure something out here.
First and 10, Chapin.
Chapin at the 15-yard line with a first and 10. Singleton from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Martell. Martell got back to the line of scrimmage, nothing else.
2nd and 10 now for the Huskies.
Huskies are not worried about stopping the clock right now. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Clock is down to 44 seconds in this 17-7 game. They're just trying to add another touchdown. Singleton back to pass. Here comes pressure from the outside. Singleton uses a stiff arm, gets away from his second man, gets down. I don't know if he has the first down. I think he does. He's got a 1st and goal at the 5. 30 seconds left.
Gain of 10 on the carry.
Timeout. Chapin, 2nd timeout of the first
It's a
half.
nightmare for the Cougs, Rick, because
Yeah, it is.
Chapin is 5 yards away from taking a 24-7 lead with the ball to start the second half, and the Cougs have not stopped them yet.
Yeah, it's crazy. See what they've done. Chapin calls timeout with 30 seconds left. Trying to make it 24-7 going to the locker room. With Singleton, if he doesn't see the pass open quickly, he's gone.
Well, it's a 1st and goal. Emerald Tascosa all over El Paso Parkland, 49-6.
Wow.
Everybody else starting a little bit later. So here it is, 1st and goal. Singleton. Trying to see who joins him in the backfield there, Rick.
The other kid that was playing quarterback. 35.
Singleton takes his snap, and he's going to go down to about the 4. Clock still runs.
I'm going to mark him on the 3.
And Chapin takes their last time out.
Not out of the field.
Well, that's an interesting
Chapin, that's their final
call
timeout of
because
the
now
first
then,
half.
I would think you would have to put the ball in the air.
I would think so. I mean, unless you get it in the end zone with 21 seconds, not much time to be tackled, get back to the line, and run another play.
21 seconds. 17-7 Huskies. Trying to make a statement here in this first half. They have made a statement here in the first half.
Yeah. Huskies have scored 53 times.
Okay, on the reset, we've got 2nd down.
They're going to empty the backfield now.
Yeah, they're just going to let Singleton work this himself. He's got 5 receivers in the formation with 21 seconds. Takes the snap, rolls right, looks, wants to throw, does, has a man pass caught, touchdown. Leaf do it with the catch. Nope, that's 4. Josh Martell with the catch. And it's 23-7.
Wow.
So here's the point after. Snap is high, kick is up, and the kick is good. 15 seconds to go in the first half. 24-7, our new score. Rick, you've got the drive on that.
Yeah, Jimmy. Chapin goes 46 yards in 8 plays and use 1 minute and 37 seconds off the clock to make their lead 24-7. We talked about how the Cougars had gotten off in the first half. They've been outscored by 17-7 here in the second quarter.
Well, and this, how much of this do you think is a carryover from last week?
I think some of it probably is. I mean, I think Amarillo Paladura put on film how to slow down the Cougar offense.
I agree. That's what I was going to say.
Play man coverage on the receivers and put everybody else in the box where they can't get the lanes to run. Johnny Reyes will kick off. But defensively, you got to make some adjustments at halftime because you've got to figure out a way to slow down or stop Davion Singleton.
Well, the Cougars back to receive the kick. Kickoff is short. Balventine at the 22. It's to the 30. Takes a hit. It's to the 32-yard line. 10 seconds to go in the first half. Cooper trails 24-7. You try to do anything here?
Probably not. We got 10 seconds. They probably will. You could get one.
Well, you've had
Johnson.
I started to say you've had a couple of balls that have been thrown that you have had a shot.
Yep. Ewing out into the slot on the far side.
Snap comes back. Carrillo keeps 40, 45, out of bounds. 4 seconds left.
Carrillo out to the 47.
Well, it actually may have set Carrillo up for just a ball that you can just throw as far as you can.
Yeah. So first and 10 from the 47.
Cooper High.
So here's Carrillo. They still don't have a lot of men deep.
No, they don't.
Snap is back. Carrillo stands in the pocket. Being chased a little bit. Turns, looks, throws. Looking for Clancy. The ball's going to be picked off. 25-yard line to the 30. What just happened?
What happened?
Clancy's down at the 22. I've never seen a play just stop.
I haven't either.
And now that there still hasn't been a whistle, now there is. I can honestly say I have no idea what's going on.
I don't know why there wasn't a pass interference penalty.
Both coaches are sitting there with their hands out going, what just happened?
You know what I would bet? Inadvertent whistle. Which would be Chapin's
Jared
ball on
Clancy
22.
was tackled.
Yeah, he was.
And there's no flag. The ball was intercepted, and the man didn't go down. And he returned it all the way to the end zone, but you stopped the play.
And whistles were blowing. Yeah.
The best possible scenario for the Cougars is that they have the ball at the 24-yard line on a pass interference. Here's the official.
Time has expired. However, on an inadvertent whistle, we extend the play, the quarter, for one untimed play. Chapin will have the ball with one untimed play.
Well, this is.
How do you not throw a flag for pass interference? Watch this on the monitor.
Well, and the thing is
there he's tackling Jared Clancy.
It's going to be Chapin's ball is the other part of it. The official's mistake there is that he just now went and looked back at the. He went back and looked at the scoreboard.
Are they calling it incomplete now?
No, he's calling it a pick.
But it has to be down back there where the inadvertent whistle was.
That's exactly what Aaron Rohn is saying. Yeah, you can't give him the ball if Cooper's into the field.
No. It's got to be back at the 22 where the inadvertent whistle was.
Aaron Rohn is saying it doesn't matter here. I mean, that's
17.
Wow.
Ball placed at the 17-yard line for one untimed play.
Wow.
That doesn't make any sense. That's a terrible job of officiating.
I would like to know a Greg Knuckles thought on that, because I would think you're going to see this thing get chippy before long.
Yeah.
Snapping a knee is going to take us to the half. Aaron Rohn is pleading his case he's not going to win the case, but he has a huge argument here.
Absolutely.
Not what you want to see here at the end of the half. Not what you want to see in a ball game of this type of magnitude.
That's a terrible job of officiating, though. I don't know how you don't call a pass interference penalty when the receiver is tackled.
Well, 24-7 is our score at the half, and Chapin will have the football to start the second half. So it's about as bad as it can possibly be for the Cougs right now.
Yeah, it is.
And we'll have to talk this over during our halftime show. But we're going to take a break first. We'll be back with our halftime show after this on AISD Live.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Hey future creators, are you ready to dive into the exciting world of video production? AISD's Digital Communications program is where your journey starts.
Take 3, Mark.
You can design the next iconic promo, broadcast all the big games, and produce your own short films all at the Lift, where you'll get hands-on experience with the latest gear like cameras, sound mixers, lights, and more. Let your creativity shine. Start your journey in digital media with AISD.
Hi, I'm Amanda Martin, and I teach second grade at Bonham Elementary. So our objective in our lesson day had to do with Bluebonnet Foundational Skills, and it's Unit 3, Lesson 16. And so our lesson had 2 parts today. The first part was focusing on the 3 different ways you can make the long U sound. You can use the double vowel U-E. We can talk about the magic E or the silent E, and then the open syllable. All right, let's do the next one. Everyone say cube. And then the second part of our lesson was using our decodable readers to partner read. As they're reading the decodable with their partners, they're working on their fluency and accuracy and comprehension. And then afterwards, we played a fun engagement game, 4 corners, to go over the story to end our lesson. Oh, y'all were so close, but tie means that our main 2 TEKs that we were focusing on today in class were TEKs 2.2b, and then we also focused on the TEK 2.6g. When they partner read, this gives the students an opportunity not just to hear Mrs. Martin reading, but hear other students reading. They learn from each other. Not only does it help their expression, their accuracy, and their fluency, it also helps their comprehension. Reading is my passion. I love teaching reading, and so with our new Bluebonnet curriculum, with the daily routines it has in place for students, it has a chance for the kids to go back and review, where they're making a lot of connections, they're staying engaged. The kids are excited to be here and excited to learn, and that in turn makes me excited to be here and teach my kids reading every day.
No, no, no. Turn it down. Turn it off. Get a hand. Lose the bells and whistles. Drive without distractions.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi there, I'm Dr. John Kuhn. I'm superintendent of Abilene ISD, and I'm super proud of our Fine Arts Department district-wide. They have been honored for the 5th consecutive year with the District of Distinction Award from the Texas Art Education Association. And the teachers and administrators in Abilene ISD do a wonderful job working with schools, with the community, with our kids, with our families. Couldn't be prouder, super happy to acknowledge them and celebrate them with you today.
Tonight, the band will perform 24-7 El Paso Chapin at the half. Jimmy Pogue, Rick Kaysen. Rick, it could not have gone worse for the Cougs in the first half.
No, it sure couldn't, and it started on the first drive. Zaylon Johnson, we all thought, made a catch for about a 25-yard gain, goes down, loses the ball. They rule it incomplete. Cougars forced to punt and just went downhill from there. And everything's gone right for Chapin. Davion Singleton has been unbelievable. Chapin has run the ball so far tonight 36 times for 264 yards in this ball game. They've put up 322 yards of offense in the first half to 113 for the Cougars.
It's, I'm sitting there and back in the press room, you're going, okay, what do you do down 17? Let's go to the long and short of it. A, you have to have an opening stop, period.
Yeah.
I mean, that has to happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a 17-point play, but you've got to start it with one stop at a time, and you've got to stop them and force them to punt or create a turnover.
Yeah.
I think you got to start ripping at the ball, trying to get Singleton to fumble and just close the gaps a little bit. I mean, it's the narrowest of window that he's getting through, and when he does, he turns on the speed and goes. And I think you made the greatest comparison we've heard about him, is he reminds me of Braden Henry from Abilene High.
Yeah.
He doesn't have quite the Braden Henry speed to take the distance, but he's got plenty of speed to burn.
Well, he's elusive.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, the other thing, though, that I think has been really impressive has been Chapin's defense.
Yeah.
And to your point earlier, they simply watched last week's film.
Yeah, they did.
And they saw what Paladuro did to disrupt the Cougars, and they have gone out and done exactly that.
What I would like to see the Cougars do this next half is kind of what Chapin has done. Take those three receivers that are on one side, run them deep. Give it to Peyton Ewing coming around that way where they've run the defenders out of them, off the field. And I think there'll be some yardage to pick up there. And if you can get Ewing into the secondary, no telling what he can do.
Well, and like we were talking about, this game is playing so fast.
Yeah.
I mean, you're at 7:20 p.m. and you're at halftime.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those deals where, and playoff football is a different animal because sometimes you just look up and the game, I've always used the expression, games evaporate.
Yeah.
And this game is beginning to evaporate on the Cougs. And I was glad to hear, I saw Greg Knuckles in there, saw a couple others. They said Jared Clancy was interfered with. That should have been pass interference. Ray Haas also said that. And he said the official realized he made a mistake when he blew the whistle. But he said, but then they got the rest of the call right. It is an interception because the whistle blew after the interception. And he said, so bringing the ball all the way back and spotting it, he said, He goes, the worst thing would have been had they allowed them to return that.
Yes.
After blowing the whistle. But everybody was just standing around watching it. But,
back to that, how do you not call pass interference?
Yeah.
I mean, he takes Clancy down. And I don't know how that
Well, I think a lot of times, too, and I'm going to say this, I think a lot of times in playoff football, you want players to decide.
Yeah.
And so you don't see. What's the penalty count right now?
Right now, penalties 1 for 10 on the Huskies, 2 for 22 on the Cougars.
Yeah, it's 3 times in the first half you've seen a flag. So there's not much.
But when you're tackling a receiver, that should be a penalty.
Yeah, it should. I agree with you. Well, 17 minutes. There's still a long halftime here.
Yeah.
The Cougar band just did not put on their full show. They just played a couple of songs. Cougarettes danced, and we wait the second half. As a matter of fact, there is the varsity basketball team opens tonight at home against Odessa High in 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So, you sit there and you're like, they haven't even, tipped off yet.
Wow, I was fixing to ask you had any updates, and they haven't tipped off.
Yeah. Well, let's take a break. We're going to try and regroup. We'll go over the first half stats in 60 seconds after this on AISD Live.
Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Kuhn on the Move. We're here today at Bassetti Elementary. Let's go. Hey, Ms. Gump, tell me what the teacher impact model is here at Bassetti.
The Teacher Impact Model is a unique staffing approach that's innovative that TEA has asked us to pilot, where teachers are flexible with their groupings so that every student can learn as much as possible.
Can you tell me, for you, what is the best thing about this model for your students?
What I love about the Teacher Impact Model is that we're able to take all of the 84 second graders that we have. We divide them among their group as far as academics where they are. While we're teaching Tier 1 instruction, we're also able to meet them where they are on the level that they need to be each day.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us for Kuhn on the Move here at Bassetti Elementary. Remember, Abilene ISD is always looking for good candidates for jobs here.
If you need more information, check out the careers page on our website.
Especially subs and bus drivers.
Love is a lesson that doesn't end. It knows no conditions, so you better buckle in. Love keeps you on your toes. It never stops, only grows. Love isn't easy, it's a commitment, especially when they're being their most resistant. Love is finding the right seat so you can take a breath. But remember, love isn't lax, it always double checks. Check that your kids are in the right seat at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next. We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Hey, honey. We thought we'd try something new.
Family art hour. What do you think?
You got jokes. You're funny.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
Still 13 and a half minutes with the halftime. Our score at the half, El Paso Chapin leads Cooper by a score of 24-7. Rick, let's run down the first half statistics.
All right. Chapin with 16 first downs to 6 for the Cougars. Chapin runs the ball 36 times for 264 yards. Cooper runs it 13 times for 81 yards. Davian Singleton is 6 of 10 for 58 yards passing. Jaden Carrillo is 2 of 11 with 1 interception for 32 yards for the Cougars. So in all, the Huskies run 46 plays for 322 yards. Cooper runs 24 plays for 113 yards. Cooper penalized 2 times for 22 yards. Huskies penalized 1 time for 10 yards. Chapin had the ball for 16 minutes and 45 seconds. Cougars had it for 7 minutes and 14 seconds. Huskies 5 of 8 on third down. Cougars 1 of 5. Huskies 1 for 1 on fourth down. Cougars have yet to go for it on fourth down. I'm going to get to. Okay. For the Huskies, Davian Singleton 6 of 10 for 58 yards and a touchdown passing. Davian Singleton, 21 carries, 201 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Carlos Garcia, 7 carries for 33 yards. Josh Martell, 6 carries for 20 yards. Corwin Martin, 1 carry for 10 yards. Corwin Martin has 2 receptions for 26 yards. Leaf Dewitt has 1 catch for 16 yards. Max Sanchez has 1 for 8. Landon Payton has 1 for 5, and Josh Martell has 1 for 3 and a touchdown for the Cougars. Jaden Carrillo, 2 of 11, 1 interception, 32 yards, and a touchdown. Jaden Carrillo, 8 carries for 51 yards. Peyton Ewing, 4 carries for 21 yards. Markel Sims, 1 carry for 9 yards. In the receiving department, Chase Johnson has 2 catches for 32 yards, and that's our stats, Jimmy.
Well, I go back to, Cooper had the drop on the first possession, or what was ruled a drop, and they had to punt. Chapin scores a touchdown. Cooper punts their second possession. Chapin, then, the only time they were stopped tonight, they faked a punt, picked up a first down, but then had a field goal block. But I think that just one of the things that fake punt did, it kept the ball in the Cooper end of the field.
Yeah.
And that is where the ball has been most of the night.
Yep. And, you talk about, third down stops. The Cougars have got to get some third down stops. Said they're 5 of 8 on third down. And Davion Singleton we heard he was the one that did it all, and he is.
Well, it's a 3-possession game.
Yep.
At some point in this game, though, if I'm looking just at drives, Cooper had the ball 5 times in the first half.
Okay.
All right. So you basically have to score. If you get the ball 5 times in the second half, you have to score all 5 times.
Yeah. And you can't let them score.
Well, I started to say, it means they could only score 2.
Yeah.
So this game, if Cooper is going to win this game, and just throwing it out there, if Cooper's going to win this game, it's going to have to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 38-35.
To give a little hope to Cougar fans, last week, Chapin was ahead of Hanks 35-14. Hanks came back and tied it, took the lead. Chapin won on a last-second field goal, 52-50. They will let you back into it, but Cougars have got to get us some stops on Chapin.
Yeah, and I think that's been the discouraging thing. I think that's probably what the coaches are talking about right now for Cooper is, hey, we have to have something where we get defensive stops, because so far that just simply has not happened.
Well, no matter what you do on offense, it doesn't matter if you don't stop them.
Right.
So I think the Cougars gave them the most problems of the night when they went with tempo on offense.
Yeah.
I think you go with that the entire second half. Push the tempo, try and wear down some of these players that are playing both ways.
Yeah, you're going to have to run a jailbreak at some point. So that's, it's just kind of weird that that's what you're going to have to be able to do somehow to get into this. I don't know. It's frustrating, Rick. The Cougs have had a really, really good season here, and all of a sudden, you saw what Paladuro did last year, and you're watching this one tonight, and it's just kind of not what we have seen this year.
No, it's not. It's not what we saw 8 games of the year.
So 8.5 before we start the second half. We're going to take 3 minutes, and we will be back with more after this on ASD Live.
The Big Country Athletic Hall of Fame is a nonprofit organization dedicated to the preservation of sports history, highlighting the spectacular achievements of the greatest athletes with ties to the Big Country. Come by and celebrate as we salute and honor the lives of those that gave us great joy as they inspired others and promoted the human spirit. The Big Country Athletic Hall of Fame is located in the Mall of Abilene and admission is free.
My relationship with my dad, I've had many male figures in my life, but there's only been one that has taught me that it's okay to be silly, it's okay to feel small, it's okay to admit you need help. And with anything, I can always go to my dad.
Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.
All right, look at you taking the stairs. Who are you?
We're your lungs. We are proud of you for quitting smoking, but you still may be at risk for lung cancer.
A routine cancer scan can detect it early when it's more curable.
Good to know. Well, I gotta go somewhere.
So do we.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
My dad showcased a sense of love that I never had before. It felt like it was something that I've always wanted. I mean, he's not only my parent, like he's like my best friend.
Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.
What? Back here at Shotwell Stadium, Jimmy Pogue, Rick Case, and still have 6 minutes until start the second half. And Chapin back out on the field. We are waiting for the Cougs to come out.
Chapin back on the field. They don't have many adjustments to make at halftime. They want to go keep doing what they're doing. Cougars have got to find some adjustments and come out here. And it starts on this first drive. You've got to have a stop.
Well, and you saying that, and part of that that rings so true in this is success builds success.
Yes.
A lot of times, yes. And so one stop can lead to two stops. And I'm sure that's what you're telling your team in there. That was not Cooper Cougar football in the first half. Not what we've seen this year. I still there's the last play or the next last play of the half. This one is just, at the moment, gotten away from the Cougs, and you want to see them be able to pick back up. Yep. And I liked what you told us, that there was, Chapin squandered a big lead last week.
Yes, they did.
So we're going to need some squandering to happen here, Rick.
Well, you've got Davian Singleton playing with a lot of confidence right now. He's rushed for, 200 yards in the first half. He doesn't think he can be stopped. You need to hit him a few times where he's looking for where that hit's coming from instead of going, can't touch me. You got to touch him.
Right. Well, I'm looking for some other scores in this region. El Paso, or Amarillo Palo Duro has defeated El Paso Hanks 56-7. Lubbock Cooper defeated El Paso Del Valle last night 45-42. Andress is up on Wichita Falls Memorial 14-0 at the half. Let's see, what else do we have? In Division 1, I was trying to see if we had a score from Amarillo High. Amarillo High is taking a 7-0 lead over El Paso El Dorado, 7-0, 30 seconds into that ball game. Makes you wonder if they returned a kickoff.
Okay, I've got 7-7.
No, well, that's a quick scoring ball game
with
right there.
9:57 remaining in the first quarter. And Argyle leads Lovejoy by a score of 21-0 with 11:19 to go in the second quarter.
That one doesn't really surprise me. Yeah.
Graham leads Godley 17-0 in the second quarter. Clyde trails Vernon 14-7 with 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Temple and Duncanville tied at 7. Huntsville leads Marshall 7-0. Brownwood leads Big Spring 14-0. Jim Ned leads Boyd 14-0.
Speaking of Brownwood leading, help me. Who did you say?
Let me find it again. Big Spring.
Brownwood leading Big Spring 14-0. Congratulations to Dallas Houston, named to the Texas High School Sports Hall of Fame this week. 50 years, the voice of the Brownwood Lions.
Okay, my question, what took so long?
He's one of a kind.
Well,
I love Dallas. I've
one
known
of the
him,
great ones.
I've known him for 30-plus years and just a superhuman.
Yes.
And so congratulations, my friend. That one is well-deserved. I've had the pleasure twice of calling games with Dallas. I did an FCA game with him here, and then I did a basketball, the American Southwest Conference.
Yeah.
I called it was Howard Payne. I forgot who Howard Payne was playing. I was on deck to do a Hardin Simmons game, and he just motioned me over. When Dallas motions you go. You do what he asks. And so
when E.F. Hutton speaks.
Yeah, he said, come sit with me. Okay. And so I sat with him, and we did a ball game together.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's very cool.
Good
Cougars have made their way, or making their way down the ramp. Got about a minute and a half before the second half will start.
I think you appeal to the team right now, Rick. You sit there and say, hey, everything that you did back last spring, everything you did over the summer, every weight you've lifted, everything has to come into play.
Yes.
Can you outwork this team in the second half?
Yes. Can you give 100% on every play, or 110% on every play?
So we get ready for the two teams to run out. Chapin will have the football.
Not much wind. Flags hanging fairly limp. So
you saying that, I was looking for the weather because I'm just laughing at this weather.
It's very Thanksgiving-like weather.
It's
isn't it?
72. It's cooled down to 72 degrees.
Wow.
But who would have thought that on November 14th?
That's amazing. Cougars ready to come out of their inflatable Cougar head. Huskies have gathered in front of theirs to run out.
Duncanville's taking a 14-7 lead over Temple with 9 minutes to play in the first half there.
All right. This is where the Cougars have to reach down with every fiber they have if they want to continue their season.
Yeah. And I guarantee you, if we know that Chapin coughed up a lead last week, the coaches know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it'll be interesting to see how they come out. You know, do they feel complacent after what they did in the first half, or do they come out hungry and bloodthirsty for more?
I'm hoping for complacent, Rick. That's
Me too. Me too. Daniel Asamani will kick off for the Cougars.
Now remember, Asamani's first kickoff tonight hit the ground.
Yep.
I'm just saying that he's the guy that can put the ball into spots.
Corwin Martin and Devin Harris will go deep for the Huskies. Martin on the near side, Harris the top of your screen.
You know, as much as we see pooch kicks now, I wonder if the next evolution isn't trying to hit the squib to about the 35.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to pick up a ball when you're running backwards. They have 9 men within that 15 yards of the kick. Asamani to kick it off to start the second half. And we see from the other way, this one's going to hit the ground again, Rick, and the Cougars are on it at the 25-yard line. A.J. Rico picks it up, and the Cougs get a perfect bounce.
They sure do.
As it comes from Jonathan Rico.
On the 28-yard line.
Rico to Rico. The Cougs have the football. So this is as good of a start now as the Cougars could have, and there was that complacency that we were talking about. You can get right back into the game here on your first drive.
Absolutely.
You have just negated the end of the first half, first drive of the second half.
Yes.
Now Carrillo's got to be good. Here we go from the 28-yard line. Snap is back. Handoff on first down. Peyton Ewing down to the 26. He gains 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. It's imperative that you score here.
Yes, it is. Ewing will come out. Tavius Collier will come into the ball game.
Bender stays in the backfield here.
Foster, 5.
2nd down, 8. The 11:36 mark. Carrillo, empty set in the backfield, wants to pass, stands in, looks, back corner, looking for Jace Johnson. Has a catch. Cougs 2 plays into the second half. We're on the board.
Wow. What a move by Jace Johnson. I thought it was going to be intercepted by Corwin Martin. Johnson, the last second, jumped inside. I thought it was over, but Johnson went up and made the catch for the touchdown. I think Corwin Martin thought he had an interception.
Wow, how about that? Here's Felipe Herrera.
Maddox Caspel will have the hold.
Snap is down. Herrera's kick is up. Herrera's kick is good. We got ourselves a ball game. 24-14. And Chapin with the lead. We're back after this on ASD Live.
2 plays, 28 yards.
Cougars go 2 plays, 28 yards, 38 seconds. Jace Johnson has his 2nd touchdown catch of the night, 26 yards from Jaden Carrillo. For Jace, it's his 6th touchdown of the season. For Carrillo, it is his 19th in the air. 24-14, Huskies lead the Cougs. Now then, everybody is crammed up inside of the 20-yard line, Rick.
Do you do it again?
No, I think you kick this one, try and kick it through the 20. No, they try the onside. And it's recovered by Chapin, and they return it to the Cooper 30, 28-yard line.
Garcia.
On return, Carlos Garcia.
Well, the onside didn't work. Now then you put the onus on your defense. You got to get a stop.
To the 27. Well, that time Carlos Garcia didn't wait. He came and attacked the bounce. Got the catch.
Cougars have to have a stop. Davion Singleton brings him to the line of scrimmage.
Martel and Garcia in the backfield.
Snap is back. It's Garcia. And Garcia gets to the 25. Cannon Adams is there for the tackle.
8 of 2 on the play.
Second down. Singleton trying to get his team to slow down their pulse a little bit. He's letting the clock run down on the play clock. Singleton takes the snap. Second man through is Garcia. Garcia gets to the 24, maybe the 24, yeah. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
8 of 1, 3rd and 7. Chapin 5 of 8 on 3rd down. Martel goes out.
So you have to have a stop.
Checking in is number 21, Fabian Ortiz in the backfield.
Ortiz Batiste, that big back, the 205-pound sophomore in the backfield with Singleton. Probably going to be a lead blocker here. Singleton takes the snap, drops back to pass, stands in, throws, has a man pass caught at the 12.
Corwin Martin with the catch. Martin with
14-yard line.
Gain of 10, makes it a first down.
Easy pitch and catch there. 17th first down of the night for the Huskies.
Cougars have got to defend this last 14 yards with all they got. Singleton takes the snap. He's going to keep. Singleton tries the right side, gets to the 13.
One for Singleton.
He did a good job of spying right there. Lafayette Bati did a nice job on that. Second and 9.
Chapin taking their time.
Singleton takes the snap, throws on the edge, it's dropped. Brings up third down.
3rd and 9. Landon Payton with the drop.
Yeah, Payton ran with that before he caught it.
Corwin Martin checks back in. Devin Harris checks out for the Huskies.
Good job by the Cougars right there, by Bati and Isaac Masuema, because they both went on the ball. They got on the ball really fast because that was really close to being a backwards pass. 3rd down 9. Singleton takes the snap, hands it to the outside, and no.
Carlos
Garcia stopped. They're going to give him progress to the 11. And it brings up 4th down.
4th and 7.
And so now then they're going for the field goal. And Rick, this is huge because if it hits, you're still only 2 scores away.
Yeah. Johnny Reyes in now to kick the field goal.
They will spot this at the 18-yard line. It's a 28-yard field goal for Reyes.
Remember, Singleton is the holder.
Right. Snap is down. Reyes' kick. A line drive, and it's good. 28-yard field goal, but it just makes the score 27-14. Back after this on AISD Live. Reyes' 28-yard field goal has made this a 27-14 ball game. 7 plays, 16 yards, 3:14 on that drive for Chapin. Rick, I think that's big for Cooper because it's now a 13-point game. It's a 2-score lead, 2 extra points. You have the lead, and even more importantly, right then, you stopped Chapin. The onside I thought was a huge risk. Cougars didn't come up with it. You score here, you don't have to try another onside. You just need to play straight up. Here's the kick. This is going to come down to Collier at the 12, 15, 20. Take Collier. He can get to the edge. He's got some room. 35, 40. Collier a hurdle. Lost the ball at the 45, but a good return for Tavius Collier.
Tackle made by Johnny Reyes, who he hurdled.
Boy, Collier, really an athletic return right there.
I'm going to mark him on the 42.
I do not understand the spots. I'm not that bad.
No,
I mean, he went out of bounds at the 45, and he's getting spotted at the 42.
He lost the ball while he was in air.
Doesn't matter.
They must be saying that it went back. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you. But that's got to be their rationale.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. Ewing in the backfield with Carrillo on 1st down. Here comes Carrillo trying to cut it upfield. Gets to the 44. I thought we had motion on the Cougs.
To the 44.
Okay, gain of 2 makes it 2nd and 8 for the Cougars.
Tackle.
Donnie Wickerson comes into the ball game.
Gain is 2, 2nd and 8.
Hope someone came out.
They did, yeah.
Okay.
Bender came out. Second down 8. Carrillo takes a snap. 3-step drop, has protection, looking for Jace Johnson. Jace pulls another one down. He's down to the 22. How about that? 34 yards to Jace Johnson.
James Carrillo couldn't have walked up and dropped that in his hands any better. And great coverage.
Yeah, it was good coverage. Jace just hand fought him for the ball there. Snap comes back. He's going to throw again. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Pass intended for Jace on the quick slant. Makes
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Rick, Zaylen Johnson on the other side is working open.
Do it.
Yeah, they've got to look that direction.
There's so much space between he and the corner.
Corwin Martin is off by 15 yards.
Yeah. Second down, 10, 22-yard line of Chapin.
Right now, Jace Johnson's the only Cooper player with a reception.
Snap is back. Carrillo rolling right, looks, throws. He's looking for Collier. Collier's bumped, and it's incomplete.
That was uncatchable.
Pass is incomplete.
3rd down.
3rd and 10. Now the officials are talking.
I don't know why all 3 of them are bunched up like that.
Holding
maybe a
on the
defensive
defense
hold.
before the pass is thrown. 10 yards, automatic, 1st down.
Yeah, it's an automatic 1st down. Well, that's a good call.
Yeah, I never saw the flag.
There wasn't a flag.
Okay.
And I'm not sure that Aaron Rohn wasn't saying, hey, John, maybe he's not being interfered with, or Collier wasn't being interfered with, but he was being held.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I saw them circle up to talk. Maybe it happened right at the line of scrimmage. It would have been the linesman that would have thrown the flag.
9th 1st down of the night for the Cougars.
1st and 10, Cougars at the 12-yard line of Chapin. Cougs trying to get back into this. Snap is back. Here comes Ewing. Ewing inside the 10 to the 9, gets 3. Tough sledding for Peyton Ewing.
Yeah. I expected him to have a really big night tonight, but he hadn't broken loose yet.
Tyson Davis providing the lead block for him. 2nd and 7 from the 9. 6:35 to play 3rd quarter. Cougs trying to cut this to 1 touchdown.
Yeah, Zaylen Johnson is on an island out there. You got to get him a shot.
Carrillo takes the snap. Here comes Ewing again. Peyton Ewing. Ewing to the house. Could move it in 1 touchdown. Wow. How about that? There's still half of the 3rd quarter left, and Peyton Ewing just got loose.
Rivera comes on for the extra point. Matt Spell will have the hold.
For Peyton, that's his 14th touchdown of the season. Now the hold of Caspell. Snap is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. 6:19 to play in the 3rd. Watch out. Chapin 27, Cougs 21 here on ASD Live.
watching AISD Live, Abilene ISD's exclusive home for streaming live games and events. For more live events featuring your favorite AISD students and teams, stay tuned to AISDlive.org, follow us on the AISD Live Facebook page, or subscribe to our Abilene ISD YouTube channel. Visit the AISD Live website for sponsorship opportunity information. Enjoy the game.
Cougars go 6 plays, 58 yards in a minute 49. Peyton Ewing a 9-yard run. Felipe Herrera's point after has cut the lead to 27-21. And now then Asumani kicks. This one, fair catch is called for and made at the 9. It's a really nice play running backwards there to make that catch.
Devin Houston. So that'll come out to the 20? 25?
25. All right, now then, Rick, the game has totally changed. Cougars need one stop. One stop. To be right back into this. And they're playing with some momentum, and they're playing at home. Carlos Garcia is in the backfield now with Davion Singleton on first down. Singleton, there's movement. And nothing doing now. No flag, but it will take the loss of 2. How about that? Good job, Lafayette Bati. He's doing a nice job for that strong side linebacker spot.
He is. Loss of 2. I don't know how there's not a flag.
I think Gomez is wishing that there would have been a flag right there. He'd take 1st and 15 over 2nd and 12. Tackle on the left side move. 2nd down 12. Singleton takes the snap, drops back to pass. Looks, throws, and this one's out of bounds. 3rd down and 12. Okay, I don't want to get way ahead of ourselves here. No. Singleton doesn't look the same.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, wow. They put so much on him on the first half. I don't know if he's,
He may be tired. He may be gassed.
Yeah, he may be gassed.
We'll find out here on 3rd down if he doesn't take off.
3rd down and 12. Cougs would love to get off the field here. Singleton takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's got some running room. Now he jumps, throws, incomplete. It's 4th and 13. This will be a punting situation. Again, Rick, circle the field goal at 8:08 because that made this a 13-point game instead of it being 17.
So Corwin Martin will go back to punt. You got to make sure he punts.
You have to make sure he punts.
Somebody needs to get on that outside guy. Tavius Collier, deep return.
Tavius stands back at the 43. Snap is back, punt is away. Bounces, Collier, 37-yard line. Collier has room. Oh, there's a flag down. Tavius Collier crossed midfield, gets dragged down, but there is a flag all the way back
on Jacob Bynum.
Where Bynum was blocking at the 46. And now then there's a second flag. I think the second flag was more of a yard marker. However, Rick, the Cougs, for the first time tonight, second time tonight, first was on the opening kickoff, have a chance to take the lead.
Both on the return team. Holding, number 8 will be declined. Personal foul, blindside block will be enforced from the spot of the foul.
The blindside block is what they'll take. That's a 15-yarder. So 5:24 still in the third quarter.
I'll move it back to, well, they haven't marked it off yet. 46, 15, 31.
That's good mathing right there.
Math is math.
At the 31-yard line.
That's right, Ashley West. We did 46 minus 15. 31-yard line for the Cougs, like we said, with a chance to take the lead. Carrillo, 2 backs in the backfield with him. Second back is Bender.
It's Sims, isn't it?
Handoff on first down. This is Sims across the 35 to the 37. So Markel Sims gets 6.
Second and 5 now for the Cougars.
Second and 5.
Markel stays in the backfield here with Taden Bender. .450 to play in the third. Snap is back. Play action. Carrillo rolls. Carrillo runs, and he is upended at the 40-yard line.
Carrillo.
He's about a yard shy of the first down, Rick.
I was looking deep because Zaylen Johnson had made the break on Corin Martin and was all alone.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for the ball when I heard you say Carrillo was running with it. 3rd and 1. Dyson Davis comes in now.
Isaiah Canny-Batabo had a really nice block to keep Carrillo from getting sacked on that. Peyton Ewing checks in the ball game. Play clock's down to 11. You got to run this play pretty quickly. So 3rd down and a yard. Play clock down to 5. You got to go quick. 3, 2, 1. The snap comes back. The handoff. Here comes Markel. First down. 45, 46-yard line. Cougars will move the sticks. That's a good calculated move right there. It was. Markel Sims looks good tonight.
He does.
Was very patient right there. He waited for a block and then a second block. Dyson Davis got 2 men on that. He can kind of do it all.
Zaylen Johnson comes in near side now. I believe do it on him.
First down for the Cougs.
Press coverage.
Ewing checks back into the backfield with Sims. It's Markel again. Markel going to get pulled down.
Takes down from behind.
Yeah. Got a couple on the play.
Fabian Garcia, number 8.
Out to the 48. He's at 2nd and 8.
Garcia goes off.
Second out 9.
Garcia not getting off the field.
Yeah, he was in a lot of pain after making the tackle.
He just got landed on. Markel landed on top of him. That'll stop the clock here. 3 minutes, 11 seconds to play in the third quarter. Our score, Huskies lead the Cougars 27-21. You got a couple other scores for us, Rick?
For us to fix and look. Let's see.
Duncanville leads Temple 21-7. 4 minutes to play in the first half.
Andrus leads Wichita Falls Memorial 21-0. Tuscola leads Boyd 14-7.
Tuscola.
Brown Gymnad. Tuscola Gymnad.
Oh, I was going, wait, what?
It says Tuscola
never
Gymnad.
Heard that.
Sorry.
Okay.
Brownwood leads Big Spring 21-0. Huntsville 7-0 over Marshall at the half.
You know, I always have to say this. You know why it's Tuscola Gymnad? My mom was in the first class.
Really?
At Gymnad because she was at Ovallo High School and she said the marching band could not make a marching O.
That would be like really easy.
You would think.
An O would be easier than a J.
You would think like 4 people. Well, when they merged with Tuscola.
They become Indians, so they just made an I?
Well, no, when they merged with Tuscola, Tuscola had students. And so they made a Gymnad because the Ovallo kids did not want to be known as Tuscola.
They didn't have enough kids to make an O?
Right.
Okay.
So, but anyway, my mom played hooky the first 3 days.
Sounds like her.
2nd down and 9 for the Cougs. Carrillo takes the snap, steps away, looks. He's got Zaylen Johnson out here. Zaylen makes the catch at the 22.
Circus catch by Zaylen Johnson.
First down for the Cougs. They call it the 23.
He turned around, jumped, turned around in the air, and caught it, the pass that was behind him.
It's a gain of 30 on the play for the Cougs. And now the Cougs threatening at the 3:02 mark of the third.
So here's a chance to take the lead.
Again, Ewing and Sims in the backfield. Ewing at the bottom of your screen here on AISD Live. Now that he goes to the top, he goes across with Dyson Davis. On first down, the snap, the handoff, Peyton Ewing. It's down to the 21.
Ewing, the ball carrier. Getting to the 21-yard line.
They are just getting Peyton at the point of attack.
Yeah, they are. They're doing a good job on the defensive side. Cougars have rushed 22 times for 115 yards tonight. Markel Sims checks out of the ball game. Maddox Caspel will come in.
Johnson and Caspel go wide to the left. Jace Johnson goes wide to the right.
Bender at that H-back could really hit up the seam.
Play clock down to 10 seconds. Carrillo steps this off. 5 seconds now. Takes the snap, hands it off. Ewing again. Nope, not going anywhere. He's going to be right back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up third down. Hey, now here's your question. Is this 2-down territory?
I think so.
I think it is too. And the reason why, you always say you want the points, but this has been a struggle.
Yeah.
And so I think you've got to do anything you can to get the touchdown here. Of course, a lot depends on where third down goes.
So Corbin Martin has now moved on Jace Johnson. So Leaf Duetz on Zaylon Johnson at the top of the screen.
They're both pressing on the coverage. And again, the defense all within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage. Snap comes back. Carrillo trying to do it himself. Jaden Carrillo down to the 15-yard line. I think this makes it now a 4th and go.
4th and 2, absolutely.
We got a man down for Chapin. I'll give you a number here in just a second.
Injury timeout. Please set the play clock at 40 seconds.
9, Carlos Garcia.
Yeah. Garcia's holding his hamstring on this.
Oh, that'd be 8, Fabian Garcia.
He's still holding his hamstring.
Yeah.
All right. Cougs are going to have a 4th down and 2.
Get a little bit extra time to figure out what you're going to do.
Got to say hi to my girl, Katie, watching us tonight. She says hi to Uncle Ricky first,
hey, Katie
and then to me. So, yeah.
Love you, girl.
15-yard line. Cougs have a 4th and 2.
Big 4th down.
Yeah, and you have a lot of options here, Rick, because you're going to put your heavy package in. I think there's going to be some sort of RPO, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Carrillo keep and see what he can do.
In my opinion, I would load up and have Dyson run behind Dyson Davis and Caden Bryan and try and just bulldoze the 2 yards. We have Sims and Ewing in the backfield.
Yeah. Minute 20 to play in the third. 4th down, 2 for the Cougs from the 15-yard line. Ewing and Sims in the backfield. They're going to stack to the right side of Carrillo. Now then they'll split the backfield. You got plenty of time on the play clock. You've got Jace Johnson to the right side. Dyson Davis, your tight end, on the right. Here comes Carrillo. He's going to do it himself. And Carrillo's been face masked on top of this. Everybody that has a flag throws a flag.
Gets to the 13.
Yeah, Carrillo, when your headgear is turned around, you know you've been face masked.
Flags on the play.
Boy, Carrillo has some whiplash. He may have been horse-collared as well.
A foul.
There's a personal
Face
foul.
mask on the defense, number 6.
There we go. There's the first down.
At the end of the run. First down.
It says I'm not coming out of
the 6-yard line.
Cougs have the ball to 6. 1st and goal. 53 seconds to play in the third. Cougars trail 27-21, trying to take the lead. Carrillo, the 2 backs in the backfield with him. Sims closest to him, Ewing a step away. Both crowd the right side, ball on the right hash. Snap comes back. Carrillo follows the lead block. Jade Carrillo! Yes! Cougs have tied it up. How about that one?
Wow.
Carrillo from 6 yards out.
Felipe Herrera comes on now to try and give the Cougars their first lead of the ball game.
38 seconds to play in the third. Herrera for the point after. Snap is down, the kick is up. Herrera's kick. It's good. Cougars lead for the first time, 28-27 here on AISD Live.
Looking for a hands-on career path with high demand and great pay? The welding program at The Lift gives students real-world skills that lead to real opportunities. Whether it's gates or flatbeds, handrails or heavy equipment, if it's metal, you can weld it too. With great instruction, you can master all 4 major welding processes. So get ready to build a career with endless possibilities and join the welding program at The Lift. It isn't just a trade, it's your future.
Cougars go 10 plays, 69 yards and 446. Jaden Carrillo, a 6-yard run. Felipe Herrera's point after has given the Cougs a lead at 28-27. Rick, the Cougs trailed 24-7 at the half. This is a 21-3 third quarter.
Yeah, and 38 seconds left in the quarter.
Chevrolet kickoff.
Asamani to kick it off. We assume. You also have Rico there. Asamani hits it. This ball comes down to the 21. Returnable to the 30 and out to the 39-yard line.
Corwin Martin on the return.
On the return for the Huskies.
First down.
Chapin.
Marking on the 39.
At the 39-yard line, first down. Chapin.
Okay.
Well, this is a huge drive now for Chapin, Rick.
Yeah. The Cougars, you need a stop. Corwin Martin goes into the backfield along with Josh Martell.
So Singleton on first down. Sends a man in motion. Takes the snap. He's going to run. And Singleton gets to the 45-yard line, gain of 6. That may have been the last play of the third quarter. Second down 4.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and take it to the sideline and go to the fourth quarter.
Yeah. We have played 3 quarters here at Shotwell Stadium. A stunner here in the third, Rick. The Cougs have taken the lead. 28-27 over the Huskies as we go to the fourth quarter here on AISD Live.
Ready for a more convenient way to purchase Abilene High or Cooper game tickets and a faster way to get to your seat in Shotwell Stadium? Abilene ISD is proud to partner with Hometown Tickets for online ticket sales at all high school athletic events in AISD. For easy access to purchasing, storing, and scanning your tickets at the gate, download the Hometown Fan app available in any mobile app store. Tickets for all high school athletic events can also be purchased on the AISD website via the ticket information page under Athletics or at the gate with a credit card. Varsity home game tickets go on sale at 8 a.m. on the Monday of game week through 12 p.m. on game day. Tickets are not sold on AISD campuses and cash will not be accepted at Shotwell venue events. Additional information about sub-varsity and middle school game tickets can be found at AbileneISD.org. So what are you waiting for? Download the Hometown Fan app and get your tickets for the big game today.
Fourth quarter starting here at Shotwell Stadium. Jimmy Pogue, Rick Kaysen, 28-27. Cougs with the lead. And on second down, Singleton's going to keep it. Dyson Davis says, I'll see you in El Paso. Dyson Davis makes a big play, and Singleton is down. Dyson Davis absolutely smoked his teammate next year. And Singleton is slow in getting up.
He's up.
And it is third down and 5.
Trouble catching his breath.
Third and 5.
Third down 5 for Chapin. Singleton again with Martell in the backfield with him on third down. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Stands in, he's being chased, and down he goes. Cougs have the sack. Isaac Matsuema. Hello. Whoa, how about the Cougs defense? Dyson Davis is feeling it. Look at him come in on the replay.
Davis was there too.
Isaac and Dyson have him. And it is fourth down, back to the 37, a loss of 8, and it's a punting situation.
Orwin Martin will drop back to punt. Tavius Collier will be deep to return.
Remember, it's 4th and 11. They have run out of this formation once.
Whistle.
Delay a game. Number 2 on the offense. 5 yards. 4th down.
No, it's pending.
Oh, delay. 5-yard delay. That really probably takes him out of any thought of running.
Yeah.
(28-27) Cougs. Punting situation for Chapin. Snap is back, punt is away. Punt kind of floats. It takes a Chapin bounce. A good Chapin bounce, and it's going to roll dead at the Cooper 28-yard line. 10:02 left to play in this bi-district matchup. Cooper leads it by a score of 28-27. Rick, for our friend Bill, we were going to sit here and talk about the fact that Amarillo High, who somehow got into the playoffs after having 6 games forfeited, winning big.
Yeah, they're up 35-7 over El Paso El Dorado. I mean, watching that coin flip last week made me think of the Friday Night Lights movie.
First and 10, snap back to Carrillo. Stands in the pocket, looks long on the post. He's got Zaylen Johnson. Johnson to 35, down to the 20. Zaylen Johnson to the 15. Well, boy, how about that one, Rick?
Spot him on the 60. 56 yards on that completion.
Down to the 15-yard line. Cougs with the ball, first down. Here comes Carrillo again, a little dance step. Gets to the left edge. Jaden Carrillo cut back at the 10. A spin at the 7, and he's down to the 6-yard line. In saying that, I want to say hello to all of my friends in the Marines listening to this. Alexis McBee, say hello to us. Tell your brothers, hey, she says the Marines are listening. And so we want to say howdy to them.
Hello, Marines. Thank you for your service.
Booyah. Here we go.
First and goal from the 6 for the Cougars.
9.5 to play. Cougs will come up to the line of scrimmage. Peyton Ewing, the single setback with Jaden Carrillo in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right from the left hash. Snap is back. Ewing pulls his way forward, and he gets down to about the 3.
Ewing crosses the 5 to the 3-yard line.
Second and goal.
Second and goal.
.850, clock runs. Cougs by a point at 28-27. Ewing this time to the left side of Carrillo. 2 receivers to the right side. Snap comes back. Carrillo's going to try it himself. Jake Carrillo. He's in. 3 yards out. The Cougs lead it 34-27. Wow.
Wow.
Again, Rick, I'm going to go back to that field goal.
Yep.
In the third quarter, there was 28 yards that did not give you the extra possession.
Felipe Herrera on for the extra point.
Herrera out of the hold of Maddox Caspel. Snap is down. Herrera's kick is up. And his kick is perfect. 8:32 to play in the ball game. Cougars lead this one 35-27 on AISD Live.
Hey Abilene ISD community, want to catch all the action from Abilene High and Cooper High School games? It's easy. In addition to Facebook and Vimeo, we're now on YouTube. Just head on over to our YouTube channel by searching Abilene ISD and click subscribe so you never miss a live stream. Whether you're cheering from home or on the go, we're bringing the game to you. So join our online cheering section and stay connected with every play. Hit subscribe and get ready to show your school spirit today.
Cougars go 4 plays, 72 yards in a minute and a half. Jaden Carrillo, a 3-yard run. Carrillo now has scored the last 2 touchdowns for the Cougs. 35-27 our score. Rick, second half, it all started on the opening kickoff when the Cougs pooched right over the line, fell on the ball at the 28-yard line. They scored in 2 plays, and they have 4 touchdowns on 4 touches in the second half. Here's Rico's kick. He bounces one into the ground. It's loose. And I think, well, it's still loose, and Chapin got it at the 35. Cougars nearly came up with the ball.
Recovery of the kickoff made by Stephon Harris.
Harris saved them just then.
Yes, he did.
Because Balventine was right there, and then the ball kicked out.
Mark that on the 34.
34-yard line for Chapin. .29 to play. Cougars lead by 8 at 35-27.
Need another stop.
Singleton on first down. Sends Peyton in motion. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Looks, throws, has a man pass caught. Sanchez to the 43-yard line. Gain of 9. He'll bring up 2nd and 1.
Singleton, 8 of 15 for 77 yards through the air.
42 is going to be the official line of scrimmage, Rick, so it's 2nd and 2. Singleton throws. That one's a loose, and it goes out of bounds. That should be a lateral. That ball's behind the line of scrimmage at the 38. That is not an incomplete pass. He threw the ball behind him.
They're calling it an incomplete pass.
Wow. 3rd and 2. Well, I mean, if your line of scrimmage is the 42,
yeah.
I know where he took the snap, but he still threw the ball back at about the 34.
Sorry, Mark, I didn't see what was going on there.
3rd and 2 now.
Singleton with Martell in the backfield. He's got 2 backs now in the backfield. Carlos Garcia also there. And there's a whistle and a stoppage before the snap. That official on the far side.
That clock is at 8:19. It started on your whistle. It should not have started.
I didn't wind it.
I know. They started. Put it back at 8:19, and we should have it on the snap.
Chapin may have called timeout.
What? What is that?
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Can't hear.
Please put the clock at 8 minutes and 19 seconds. The clock will start on the snap. Put the play clock at 25 seconds. It will start on my signal. 3rd down.
Still 3rd down.
So another inadvertent whistle.
No, I think that the clock was not right.
Third down and 2.
All right, 3rd and 2 from the 42-yard line. Martell and Garcia in the backfield. This is Martell. Martell cuts it upfield. Cannon Adams has him at the 45. It's enough for the first down.
3. 18th first down of the night for the Huskies. Martell goes out. Max Sanchez will come back in. Or that's Landon Payton coming in, sorry.
Singleton with Garcia, I believe, in the backfield, Rick. Snap is back. Singleton wants to throw. He looks down the field. He pump fakes, throws as a man pass. Caught, fumble. That should be an incomplete pass.
Yes.
If you called a fumble earlier, that has to be an incomplete pass.
But they're not.
Okay, watch this, because there it is. You have to make a football move. That ball just got stripped out. 49-yard line. Gain of 6. Singleton sets. He's back to pass again. He's under a lot of pressure. He dumps one off. 45-40. 35-30. Inside the 20, inside the 15, and down to the 10-yard line.
Is that Martell? Yes.
Yes. Josh Martell with a catch down to the 9.
Great screen pass for the Huskies. Picks up 40 yards.
7:04. Cougars lead is 8.
At the 9-yard line, the
Huskies now in close. Singleton gives it to Martell on a little bit of a reverse. Martell down to about the 6.
Josh Martell.
Under 7 minutes to play now.
Sprint draw that time. Martell goes out. Garcia comes back in.
So Carlos Garcia will stay in the backfield with Singleton.
Second goal from the 7.
Cougs trying to dial up something defensively here. Snap is back. Singleton looks, throws for the back corner. It's incomplete.
Continue for Martin.
Pass is incomplete.
What are Davion Singleton's numbers now?
He's 10 of 19 for 122 yards. I have a question. You think he may be banged up? He hasn't run the ball here this half.
That's what I was going to say. His in the first half, he would have run that ball.
Yeah.
And in the second half, he's trying to do it with his arm. 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line. Sending a man in motion. Snap comes back. Singleton's going to try and run this himself. He tries that little sideways move, and he's down at the 6. It's 4th and goal. No gain on the play. I think you have to go for it here, Rick, with 6 minutes left. I think that you will see Chapin call a timeout. Yeah, you have to.
Well, much like the Cougars in the first half, they haven't stopped the Cougar offense here in the second half.
Please put 6 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. 6 minutes and 12
you may not get another shot.
That's the first charge timeout of the second half.
And, the thing you got to do right now, you can't second guess yourself. You cannot. You don't need a check down play. You don't need anything. You have to say to Davion Singleton, you've got to say to him, make something happen.
Yeah.
Scott Stewart, who has called an outstanding second half.
Yes,
the adjustments that he has made have been fantastic.
Something I would look for, I would watch for. I'm not necessarily
You're 8 points down. You got 6 minutes.
Martell was their
You're not in a
quarterback.
have-to situation.
4 games into the season. He's in the game. He may not be.
Trying to see who's in there with him. It is not Martell.
No, it's Garcia.
Carlos Garcia in the backfield with Davion Singleton. Trips right side, single man to the left. 4th and goal from the 6-yard line. 6:12 to play in the ball game. Cooper leads 35-27. They send a man in motion. Snap comes back. Singleton rolls, throws underneath. Has a man, pass caught 5-yard line into the end zone, touchdown.
That is Martell, I believe.
Josh Martell. No, it's
Garcia.
9. It's Carlos Garcia for the touchdown. And now then they have to go for 2.
what they do here. Big 2-point conversion here.
We're going to keep it here. I'm just saying in there to the guys listening to us. Singleton, empty set in the backfield, now starts a man in motion. 2-point conversion opportunity. Singleton rolls. He tries right side. He's in. We are tied, Rick, at 35. And we have 6 minutes and 7 seconds left to play. We keep it here. Give us the drive.
9 plays, 66 yards in 2 minutes and 25 seconds.
All right. This now becomes a chess match, tied at 35. Cougars have scored all 4 times they have touched the ball in the second half. 6:07.
Yeah, Cougars outscored the Huskies 28-11 here in the second half.
And the thing to remember here, all you need is a field goal.
Yeah.
But you cannot get Davion Singleton much time.
And earlier tonight, what did you say that what kind of score it would have to be?
It's at 38-35.
Yeah.
If you were going to have a comeback, that would be the number you would have to post.
Johnny Reyes to kick it off. Cougars in Tavius Collier and Chris Asir deep.
Malventine and Dot, the next men up. I think that
they need to be careful they don't onside.
That's what I was about to say. A lot of little numbers in the game for the Cougs. This kick high and short. Ibarra at the 30. And Paulo Ibarra to the 35-yard line.
Number 34.
So that's where the Cougars will have the football, 1st and 10. 64 yards away. The 36-yard line is the line of scrimmage. 6 minutes, 3 seconds left to play. In regulation, you have to bring that into the fray now.
True.
Cougars have all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute timeout.
Peyton Ewing will be in the backfield with Jaden Carrillo.
At the 35.
Jace Johnson by himself on the far side with Leaf do it on him.
First down, Cougars. From the 36, the snap. Carrillo looks underneath. He threw a dart at Zaylon Johnson. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Johnson had that inside slant. He could have run for a while.
Second and 10.
Second down, 10.
This then trips to the right side this time.
Still Ewing in the backfield there with Jaden. They start Collier in motion. Snap comes back on 2nd down. Inside, Zaylon Johnson. Nice move to the inside, then back to the outside. He steps out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Great move. Went from a loss on the play to a gain of 8.
Yeah. 3rd and 2. Peyton Bender checks into the game.
Jared Clancy will come in also.
I figured you would see the heavy package on 3rd and 2. Now, is this 2-down territory?
Yeah.
I think it is 2. 3rd down, 2. Carrillo hands it off. Bender, I believe, for the first down. Yeah, Bender, just that 6'4" frame going forward.
It's a 3 on 3rd and 2.
The reason I said I think that it is 4-down territory is because I don't think you have that many possessions of the ball left in the game.
No.
At the 47.
You really want to let this clock run and this be the last possession of the game.
Bender stays in the game. Ewing comes out for a breather. 2 receivers to the right, Jace and Tate Collier. Zaylon Johnson wide to the left. Carrillo takes the snap, rolls right, looks, Carrillo dives into Chapin territory at the 49-yard line, 48-yard line. Gain of 5. The other thing that Jaden Carrillo is doing right now, Rick, is he's letting the play clock run down to like 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, and he's a master at that.
Yeah. He is simply not going to allow, if he can help it, Chapin to have the football again. Second down, 6. You have to get to the 43-yard line. They are across the 49. Play clock again goes under 8 seconds. Bender, the one in the backfield with Carrillo. Carrillo takes the snap. He's going to throw. Throws across, and Zay Johnson has the catch at the 40-yard line. It's a first down. Big catch right there for Zaylon Johnson. I thought he bobbled it. I want to see the replay on this because that's a nice little slant. And it comes in there, and he did bobble it, but he got his hands under it.
Huskies have 19 first downs on the night. Cougars now have 17.
First down for the Cougs. 4 minutes, 18 seconds left to play. 35 apiece our score.
Yardage, Huskies 401, Cooper 346.
Carrillo again, 5 seconds on the play clock. Carrillo takes the snap, hands it off. Here's Bender, he's got a big hole, 30, 25, 20, Tatum Bender 10, Tatum Bender. Hey! Tatum Bender from 40 yards out has given the Cougars the lead back.
Wow. And he is swamped by his teammates. Felipe Herrera now comes on for the all-important extra point.
What a run by Tatum Bender.
We've been waiting for that run all year long.
Snap is down. Herrera's kick is up. And the kick is good. Just crawled over right there. 3:55 left to play. In regulation, 42-35 Cougs here on AISD Live.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Cougars go 6 plays, 64 yards in 2 minutes, 12 seconds. Tatum Bender, a 40-yard touchdown run. It is his 3rd touchdown of the season. Felipe Herrera's point after has made it 42-35. Again, remember, Rick, at the half, this game was 24-7.
Yeah. 35-11 for the Cougars here in the second half.
Asamani ready to kick it off, or Rico. So there's Rico, and Rico dials up one pretty deep, and this is going to go through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Chapin will start 75 yards away with 3:55 left. Tale of two halves.
Yeah, it really is. Cougar defense needs one more stop tonight.
From the 25. Davion Singleton has been so good all year long for Chapin.
He really has been. I think tonight, no turnovers for Chapin, one for the Cougars, and that was at the end of the half on the interception.
Check in a couple of extra players.
Josh Martell checks in.
Martell along with Garcia is in. Singleton takes the snap. Hands it off on first down. Not much doing there.
27?
No, that was...
It gets to the 27. That
was
Garcia.
That was Garcia, yeah.
Gain of 2 for Garcia, 2nd and 8.
Number 44.
Clock is running, 3:30. Chapin has 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute timeout. Winner of this one looks like they're getting Argyle next week. Second down, 8. Singleton now with only Garcia in the backfield. Checks his play off. Under 5 seconds on the play clock. Singleton hands it off. Garcia tries to get to the edge, and he is ripped. Oh, my goodness.
He's going to lose the yard to the 31.
Titus with a hit. And a form tackle, and it's third down. Boy, Kamari just floats down the end and then just makes the play. That looked good, Kamari. Third down.
3rd and 9.
Singleton takes the snap. No one was ready for it. Here comes pressure. Singleton steps out of one, throws, has a man pass, caught, first down.
Who was that with the catch?
15.
Okay,
Sanchez.
To the 44. I kept waiting to see a flag on that play, too.
They snapped it before Singleton was ready. 2.5. Snap is back. Singleton wants to run, tries to run pass option. He's got man wide open, pass caught. Down to the 20-yard line. Corwin Martin has the catch. To the 20.
Number 2, Corwin Martin.
Gain of 36 on the play.
Yeah, Martin had
35 to the 21.
Martin had 2 steps there. If the pass is out further, he'll go score.
From the 21-yard line, Singleton wants to throw again. He's going to be sacked. Dot. And a boy, Dot. All the way back to the 28. Loss of 7. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute timeout. Dot makes a fine play back at the 28-yard line. 2 minutes left in regulation. We take the timeout on AISD Live.
Are you ready to step into the future of technology? Welcome to Abilene ISD's Cybersecurity. At Abilene ISD, we're training the next generation of cybersecurity experts, teaching them how to protect crucial data and secure networks, helping them unlock hands-on skills that will empower them for a career that matters. Together, we're safeguarding today for a safer tomorrow. Join cybersecurity class at Abilene ISD, where your journey as a digital defender begins.
The Big Country Athletic Hall of Fame is a nonprofit organization dedicated to the preservation of sports history, highlighting the spectacular achievements of the greatest athletes with ties to the Big Country. Come by and celebrate as we salute and honor the lives of those that gave us great joy as they inspired others and promoted the human spirit. The Big Country Athletic Hall of Fame is located in the Mall of Abilene and admission is free.
Chapin faces 2nd and 16 from the Cooper 27-yard line. 2 minutes left. 42-35, Cougars with the lead. Singleton takes the snap, wants to throw, looks long, throws, and that one's incomplete, intended for Peyton. Brings up 3rd and very long now.
3rd and 16, 2 plays for the defense. Not a factor, 1:56 remaining. 3rd and 16. Huskies 8 of 15 on 3rd down tonight.
Singleton has Garcia in the backfield with him. Or no, I'm sorry, he's got Martel in the backfield with him. On 3rd down. Play fake. Looks, sets up the screen, pass caught, and down to the 22-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th and 10. And I would bet here, Rick, that Chapin uses the timeout.
I would think so.
Minute 38 left. You face 4th down and 11 from the 22-yard line.
Chapin.
With 1:38 remaining in our ball game.
You got to watch the screen on the 4th down. Dyson Davis makes another tackle.
Yeah. If you over pursue, they're going to really make you pay. Here's the ball game for the Cougars. You make this play, you play next week.
Dot was a little shaken up. You think he's coming out? No.
No. Still talking to Doc. No, I'm just talking to the position coach.
Yeah. All right, minute 38 to reset it for you. Cougars lead 42-35. Again, the Cougars trailed 24-7 at the half.
And looked dead.
And now it comes down to where if they can get a stop right here on one play, they win the ball game. Fourth and 11.
Of course, in the backfield.
From the 22-yard line, Singleton. Cougar defense is ready. Singleton's ready. Snap. Singleton back to pass. Stands in. Looks. Throws. And the pass incomplete. Cougs hold on defense. And they have the ball in a defensive.
Amen to that.
Cougars with a minute 33 will have the football.
It just baffles me, Jimmy, with all Singleton did in the first half, that here in the second half, they've taken the ball out of his hands.
Yeah.
I mean, yes,
no doubt.
He's thrown passes, but he was running nearly every play in the first half.
Cougars trying to advance to play Argyle next week.
Look at the video on the scoreboard from Hee Haw days.
Oh.
Search the world over.
All right, Jaden Carrillo comes to the line of scrimmage, 22-yard line. One timeout left for the Huskies, a minute 33. Cougs can't go to the victory formation yet, but after one timeout they can.
Yeah. Nobody touches the ball but Carrillo.
Carrillo on first down. Takes the snap. He runs, covers up the ball, gets to the 25-yard line. Like a little chipmunk, he goes into the ground. Second down, last timeout called by Chapin.
Picks up 3 on the play.
Timeout. Chapin. Final timeout of the second half.
Chapin cannot stop the clock again. Cougars can run 80 seconds off the clock. There's 1:23.
In this situation, we don't tell them not to go.
I think, according to Will Wise's chart, you can go the victory formation right here.
Okay.
You had to have no timeouts in a minute 28.
Okay.
And you are there now at 1:23.
Okay.
Wow.
What an improbable, hard-fought victory this is going to be for the Cougars.
42-35.
Trailing 24-7.
I'm not patting me on the back, but I did say 35 had to be the line of demarcation.
Yes, you did. Cougars have got Ewing and Bender in the backfield with Carrillo.
Jane Carrillo takes his snap from Smiley, runs left side. Carrillo keeps his feet and is down at the 30-yard line. So now it's going to bring up third down.
3rd and 2.
Yeah. But there are no timeouts left.
Yeah.
So now then you can get to 35 seconds as you snap the ball.
It's 3rd down 2.
And then run it out.
This is just incredible.
Yes, it
incredible. Victory formation never looked so good, Rick.
Yep.
As it does right here. 45 seconds. Carrillo directing traffic. 7 seconds. He tells Jared Clancy to get the tight end spot. 2 seconds. He'll take the snap, take the knee, and that's the ball game. Holy cow. The Cougs are going to win this one, Rick.
Wow.
42-35. In the most improbable of fashions, the Cougs are going to take one away from El Paso Chapin.
Peyton Ewing goes out to congratulate number 44, Malachi Garcia.
Yeah, Malachi Garcia was on Ewing all night long. And the Cougars, 5 seconds, now down to 3. And that's the ball game. And the Cougs will play next week.
What a heartbreaking night for Chapin. They had the 24-7 lead and thought they were headed to the second round of the playoffs.
Wow.
Congratulations to Aaron Rohn and his staff for pulling this one out. Great halftime adjustments. Congratulations to Chapin. They're a good ball club.
They are, and it's a team that we talked about that tied for the 1-5A championship.
I just don't understand, and I'm glad, why they took the ball out of Singleton's hands here in the second half.
You have to wonder if he wasn't hurt.
You have to. He may have been on that Dyson Davis.
Yeah, the Dyson Davis hit, and I am so happy for Dyson.
Yes.
If you see him just jumping around right now, knowing he's got one more at least. And for Chapin, wow. The first half, Rick, they were the better team in the first half.
Absolutely were.
And then the Cougars, again, it started on the second half kickoff on the ball that bounced on the ground, and the Cougars were able to recover and bring it to within 2 scores. Unbelievable finish of this one, 42-35. Cougars score all 5 times they have the ball in the second half. A lot of credit to our guy, Will Wise.
Yes.
Dialing up 5 touchdowns in that. And a lot of credit to Scott. The top 3, Aaron Rohn, Scott Stewart, Will Wise.
Yes.
A lot of credit in this ball game because the Cougs looked dead in the water in the half.
I can tell you there's nobody in this stadium that gave the Cougars a chance after halftime.
Yeah. Incredible win, 42-35. Here on AISD Live, let's take a listen down to the alma mater, and we'll come back right after that with our postgame. Cougs, you would not have guessed this. There is a lot of water headed Aaron Rohn's way right now. A lot of water, and there it is. And he deserves that one. Coach Rohn gets a bucket. And his team, and Coach Rohn is fired up. Boy, a picture speaks 1,000 words. That might be, in all seriousness, the best adjustments at halftime, the best coaching job we have seen from this team.
Absolutely. And as great as it is, you look across the way at Chapin, who made the 444-mile trip. Everything went the way they wanted it to in the first half, and then the Cougars just took it away from them here in the second half, outscoring them 35-11 to win this one.
I'm blown away. I'm so happy. Aaron Rohn he's holding a gold football. He needs that one.
Yes.
I mean, that's huge. That's program building right there. That shows going, if you dig deep, what you can come up with.
Absolutely. And what a message to this team. Look what you did. You were dead. You were going home in 24 minutes. And you came out here tonight and just took it away from him in the second half.
Now that he's allowing the captains to talk, and it's so fun to see this because those guys, they did it tonight.
Yes, they did. Dyson Davis,
Big K, Jane Carrillo, Cannon Adams.
Cannon Adams, yeah.
Give us, Rick, some final numbers in this.
All right. Numbers got a lot better here in the second half. Huskies finished the night with 21 first downs to 18 for the Cougars. They run the ball 50 times for 268 yards. Cooper runs it 35 times for 202 yards. Singleton was 14 of 25 for 186 yards passing. Jaden Carrillo, 8 of 20 with 1 interception for 193 yards. So the Huskies have 75 plays, 454 yards. Cooper, 55 plays, 395 yards. Huskies penalized 4 times for 32 yards. Cooper 3 times for 37. Huskies punted 2 times with a 39.5 yard average. Cooper punted 4 times for a 34.8 yard average. Huskies had the ball for 28 minutes and 18 seconds. Cooper had it for 19 minutes and 42 seconds. Chapin, 8 of 16 on third down, 2 of 3 on fourth down. Cooper, 3 of 9 on third down, 1 for 1 on fourth down. As we said, Jaden Carrillo, 8 of 20, 1 interception, 193 yards for the air, 2 touchdowns. Carrillo, 18 carries for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tayden Bender, 2 carries, 44 yards and a touchdown. Peyton Ewing, 10 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown. Markel Sims, 4 carries for 21 yards. Zaylen Johnson, 4 receptions, 101 yards on the night. And Jace Johnson, 4 catches, 92 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Cougars. Let's take a look at the Huskies. Davion Singleton, 14 of 25, 186 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Singleton, 27 carries, 196 yards and 2 touchdowns. Carlos Garcia, 13 carries, 37 yards. Josh Martell, 8 carries for 25 yards. Corin Martin, 1 carry for 10 yards. Corin Martin catches 5 for 76 yards. Max Sanchez, 3 catches for 34 yards. Josh Martell, 2 catches, 43 yards and a touchdown. Leaf Dewitt, 2 catches for 22 yards. Carlos Garcia, 1 catch for 6 yards and a touchdown. And Landon Payton, 1 catch for 5 yards.
Well, I just keep going back to this. It goes back to you deciding that the well was worth defending.
Yeah.
And that's what happened here tonight. These guys decided, let's defend this place. Yes. Let's go out. I remember when Mike Spradlin was here and he said, I'm going to empty the revolver every game. And I think the Cougars did it here tonight. And for those guys, all the seniors that we were talking about earlier, I specifically think, Dyson Davis, because he's been a 4-year starter, those guys, they did not deserve to go out on what they did in the first half. And they defended the well in the second half.
This is vindication for those guys. They're the guys that went last year to El Paso and lost to Del Valle against Jake Fetty and all the people out there. And so tonight, Chapin coming in here, Cooper has a history of beating El Paso teams, and all of a sudden you're down 24-7 at half and you can't tackle number 0.
Right.
And then second half comes and you outscore them 35-11, and Singleton at halftime had over 200 yards.
And they pull it out.
They pull it out, yeah.
And now then they get the Argyle Eagles next week. Garfield. Woo! Look at that. Hey. Let's go. How about that? Gotta be excited about that. But just some grit. You're so proud of this team. I'll say this as someone who teaches school there. The school needed that one.
Yes.
They needed that to happen. And the Cougs get it tonight by a final of 42-35. Next week, it's Argyle. We're not sure of time or place yet. You go ask Gar time or place if he knows that. Yeah, I knew Argyle was up big, but wow. And again, it started on that second half kickoff.
Yeah, it did.
But we're going to try and get a number about when and where that game would be played before we go off. I'm going to need some numbers for you to call in the scoreboard show. We'll need that. But the Cougars with this outstanding 42-35 final score, and they live to play into the second round. And like I said, it vindicates last year.
Yeah,
it's now you're 19-1 all time against El Paso schools. You sit here and I think the knock has been, Cooper can play pretty well and then not get the big one. They got the big one tonight.
Yeah, they did. What a night.
So 42-35 our final. We'll have it on social media. We're trying to find out because, coaches are a little uneasy on putting the number out there of where we'll play and when. Friday night at Godley.
All right.
7 o'clock.
Friday night at Godley.
7 o'clock in Godley on Friday night. Cougs against the Argyle Eagles. 42-35 here on this one tonight. And so our thanks all game long. Once again, Matthew Pelletier does a nice job with us. For Randy Cluck, for all the people that put this one together, for Rick Kaysen, I am Jimmy Pogue. Thank you for watching this one. Okay, we got a little excited. All right, so just take that one. That was fun. We'll do it again next week, everybody. So long here from Shotwell Stadium.